And I can't let nobody tell me wrong from right. I got an itching for the finer things in life. If it ain't with him, then this life just won't suffice. Give me Christ like,
The scene is getting crowded, I'ma ride my own way. I don't need your approval, I'ma go my own way. My daddy told me to be first, you finish last place. The world show me one way, I'ma go my own. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend? She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool and I'm like, yes, ma'am. Well, you got me feeling for your body, you might turn me to a yes, man. Oh, yeah. 80 and I'm 40, I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex, man. We ain't gotta go outside. Two-step in the rain. Wake up by my side. Don't care what you can say. Oh, you just my type. Oh, yeah, she know the deal like an old script. You ain't the first to really sell that shit. Champagne with the roof gone. Bump this jam back in Tucson. Think I got to get a move on. Never had much to lose, but you could do better with me in the middle of the road or the back of the Jeep. So baby, let's not talk about it. But I gotta know, if I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend? She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool and I'm like, yes, ma'am. Well, you got me feeling for your body, you might turn me to a yes, man. Oh, yeah. 80 and I'm 40, I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex, man. Why you act so extra? Let me in your section. Running through my mind, we got a connection. Back home ain't the same, your pop's drinking all the time. You just wanna get away, come hop up in my ride. Two goofies on the run, couple 40s in the backseat. Spirits in my lungs, got my voice a little raspy. Turn me to a yes man. Before we do this, girl, I got a question. If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend? She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool and I'm like, yes, ma'am. Well, you got me feeling for your body, you might turn me to a yes, man. Oh, yeah. 80 and I'm 40, I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex, man. Oh, yeah. Flyer than your ex like, oh my God. Right into your legs like, oh my God. And let's go on a date like, oh my God. I'm back from LA like, oh my God, yeah. She still think it's odd, yeah. I got all these fans, she's the only one I want, yeah. Impress me with your mind, I might turn you to a mom, yeah. You might get a pension if you work it for me long, yeah. It's gonna be a long, yeah. I don't know how they get like that. Recognize my wrongs and get them fixed like that. Booming through my city with my people all around. Is you coming with me or you staying on the ground, yeah? Yes or no, how'd it go? Where your man? Do you got one on the low? Oh, you do? I don't know. Born in 1994, you're still a scrub, but I still don't think you notice how to love. But I gotta know that if I take you down, would you really hold me down? I'll be your best friend. She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool and I'm like, yes, man. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. The way you got me feeling for your body, you might turn me to a yes, man. I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex-man. I'm flyer than your next man. I'm flyer than your...
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah. You lay back in the cut. What's up? What's up?
From Alpha to Omega, VHS to Beta, PlayStation to Sega, my skill is still greater. The sickest thing since VD, wicked like VG. Live my life crooked like the left finger on ET. Please believe me, this be the realest thing I ever wrote. Right after talking to Pop, puffing on heavy smoke. Laugh now, cry later. My only dream in life was to rock a mic up in front of you spectators and rock shell toes, not gators. Show love, not hate. haters, I'm switching over like crossfaders to a better time and place where it's safe. And they can't judge a nigga by the color of his face, but by the content of the way that I spit these letters. I'm kicking it with white boys and old Navy sweaters. Ball cap low on my eye, cause sometimes I'm listening to my style so much, I'm just trying to get by, I'm just saying. For real, I'm just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you all out to a musical extravaganza called the Night and Day Project. Please save your applause to the end.
I'm in the AC, cooler than I ever was. I went from bubbling to a better buzz. Hey, check this, cuz I did it with no airplay. Wild out in the lot, well, that's hearsay. I'm just trying to do my thing, shine like a star. Skills in the place, banner, you know who we are. I'm Nike, that's Nate, you know K9. I already said my name, I just say the rhyme. Take it to the next level, beat him with a shovel. Dig his own grave for him, make him meet the devil. I play the villain, man, you can play the good fella. Nice guys finish last, you ain't even passed the class. Matter of fact, you ain't even studied for it. Rapping just your hobby, man, you trying to get some money for it? Yeah, I'm just setting the standard. They can't do what I do, man, and you can't stand it. Bring the hi-hat. It's what I call my bougie flow, man. It means I'm too funky, fresh, and fly to be hanging out with you lames. I can do this with my eyes closed and my hands tied behind my back, you dig? I used to do this for a living, now I just do it cause I love living. You don't hear me though. Hear me though. Hear me though. Hear me though. Hear me though.
first, you finished last place. The world show me one way, I'ma go my own. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Hey, Kelly Slater with the way that I ride to be, we never falling off. Yeah, revolutionary music, we throwing these bars like a Molotov. Yeah, killing with kindness, my wisdom, my weapon, my power is truth. I've seen the way that you rap and you live, and I know that authentic means nothing to you. Oh, you know what that means? Your team has taken more L's than the DNC. I'm making rappers avoid their careers, my verses are something like Plan B. Just because I got opinions, I know some people can stand me. Trolling on me with your minions, we gon' shit that like the Grammys. Yeah, drop on the move, we're cranking that music, I'm on the way. Hey, got Mexican blood on my veins, so I'm working like underlay, yeah. Call me crazy, but I'm sure sending a message way more than a sound. Government trying to build walls, but we out in the culture just tearing them down. So don't believe everything somebody happens to write on the internet. Yeah, any tribe just for independent thinking, buddy, we've been a threat. Yeah, word to my people in prison, I know that my sin just is deadly. Yeah, we gon' be here when you get out as brothers in Christ when you ready. The scene is getting crowded, I'ma ride my own wave. I don't need your approval, I'ma go my own way. My daddy told me to be first, you finished last place. The world show me one way, I'ma go my own. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay.
But I look like riding motor waves. God can flood the earth for food.
A-Max but still it be telling me mad. Thinking how things still getting worse when they're already bad. This none me really gone to the plan. Funny got a stretch car, I need them bands. Brothers gotta eat, wanna feed the fam. Got me trying to see more green than damn. One of my G said he'll move a box in 1 week. Another said he's been moving boxes all week. Cheese. Can't knock the hustle. Cause they're both getting cheese. And they're both using muscle. But only one's on the street. One man legit for his son. The other's trying to shine like one. Swipe spit it's like a 9. So neither of them die by one. Trying to get us out of the struggle. Watch it's a matter of time. Say you wanna burst my bubble. I say as long as it blows then it's fine. Flow for my fam cause they say blood's thicker than water. Flow for the gang cause they waited round for my order. When it's my time to eat, every man grab a plate. Ain't gotta run these streets, ain't gotta watch your weight. Die for my family, only the real relate. Ride on my enemies, only them fakers hate car.
They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that.
Can't use always if I want something new. Stay fresh. Me and my brothers weren't playing chess, was making moves. We was on there from fraud to the food. All that. Just splash and taking them trips, post copping new shoes. Quick fixes, had to ride with a tool. Young reckless, didn't follow no rules. Swear took risks to shine like jewels. Couple times was hot, had to play it cool. Back then the ones who made me hadn't separated. So won't stop till the one who stayed is over celebrated, rated. For working 10 plus, no promo. Her show it still runs, no co-host. And that's when the fam deserted her, still she didn't crumble. Cave is a no-no. She got more heart than care for they left of her dead, had her chopped up the photo. That's why I wanna make her live a dream. Anything she want that costs green is a go-go. Every day is a hustle. Women 9 pins strapped back, car money's on my mind. Reminds me of a Russell. Rather be deaf to all jams that their brother didn't grind. Flow for the fam, cause they say blast bigger than water. Flow for my gang cause they waited round for my order. When it's my time to eat, every man grab a plate. Ain't gotta run these streets, ain't gotta watch your weight. Die for my family, only the real relate. Ride on my enemies, only them fakers hate car.
They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built like that, they ain't built like that. They ain't built
trying to take control, I might snatch your pad. Life in the game, don't try and I own my own pad. A-Max but still, it be telling me mad. Thinking how things still getting worse when they're already bad. Bitch, nah, me really gone to the plan. Funny got a stretch car, I need them bands. Brothers gotta eat, wanna feed the fam. Got me trying to see more green than damn. One of my G's said I move a box in 1 week. Another said he's been moving boxes all week. Cheese. Can't knock the hustle. Cause they're both getting cheese. And they're both using muscle. But only one's on the street. One man legit for his son. The other's trying to shine like one. Swag spit 8 like a 9. So neither of them die by one. Trying to get us out of the struggle. Watch, it's a matter of time. Say when I burst my bubble, I say as long as I blow, then it's fine. Flow for my fam, cause they say blood's thicker than water. Flow for the gang, cause they waited round for my order. When it's my time to eat, every man grab a plate. Ain't gotta run these streets, ain't gotta watch your weight. Die for my family, only the real relate. Ride on my enemies, only them fakers hate God.
They ain't built like that. They ain't built like that. They ain't built like that.
They send a dub to show me your remains. Watch the haters wash away with time. Narrow gate could take me up to Broadway. Seen them swagger jack the flow in broad day. Just to think they mess with me the long way. Think they'll get away with taking mine. I can't do it, I've been through it. I've been learning, I'm a student. I can't never let them plant me. Wanna hook, better pay me cause half the freshmen ain't fresh. I might never enroll. Heard they song and said, hey, time to switch up my flow. I don't need opinions, I do my own when in Rome. I talk to God on a daily, I don't need you to condone. He said I'm walking like Peter, we might be on the same boat. I gave my life to the Lord, and now I write with a sword. And I've been living ever since I gave my life. And I can't let nobody tell me wrong from right. I got an itching for the finer things in life. If it ain't with him, then this life just won't suffice. Give me Christ like,
The scene is getting crowded, I'ma ride my own way. I don't need your approval, I'ma go my own way. My daddy told me to be first, you finish last place. The world show me one way, I'ma go my own. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay. Ride my own, ay, 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 ay.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend? She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool and I'm like, yes ma'am. Well, you got me fiending for your body, you might turn me to a yes man. Oh yeah. 80 and a 40, I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex man.
We ain't gotta go outside.
Two-step in the rain.
Wake up by my side.
Don't care what you can say.
Oh, you just my type. Oh yeah, she know the deal like an old script. You ain't the first to really sell that shit. Champagne with the roof gone. Bump this jam back in Tucson. Think I got to get a move on. Never had much to lose, but you could do better with me in the middle of the road or the back of the Jeep. So baby, let's not talk about it. But I gotta know.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend? She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool and I'm like, yes ma'am. Well, you got me fiending for your body, you might turn me to a yes man. Oh yeah. 80 and a 40, I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex man.
Why you act so extra? Let me in your section. Running through my mind, we got a connection. Back home ain't the same, your pop's drinking all the time. You just wanna get away, come hop up in my ride. Two goofies on the run, couple 40s in the backseat. Spirits in my lungs, got my voice a little raspy. Turn me to a yes man. Before we do this, girl, I got a question.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend? She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool and I'm like, yes ma'am. Well, you got me fiending for your body, you might turn me to a yes man. Oh yeah. 80 and a 40, I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex man. Yeah, flyer than your ex like, oh my god. Right into your legs like, oh my god. And And let's go on a date like, oh my God. When I'm back from LA like, oh my God, yeah. She still think it's odd, yeah. I got all these fans, she's the only one I want, yeah. Impress me with your mind, I might turn you to a mom, yeah. You might get a pension if you work it for me long, yeah. It's gonna be a long, yeah. I don't know how they get like that. Recognize my wrongs and get them fixed like that. Booming through my city with my people all around. Is you coming with me or you staying on the ground, yeah? Yes or no, how'd it go? Where your man? Do you got one on the low? Oh, you do? How'd I know? Born in 1994, you still a scrub. But I still don't think you notice how to love. But I gotta know that if I take you down, would you really hold me down? I'd be your best friend. She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool and I'm like, yes, man. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. The way you got me feeling for your body, you might turn me to a yes, man. Bitch, I'm flyer than your ex-man. I'm flyer than your next man. I'm flyer than your...
From the top. Okay. Drop that. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah. Feel the funk, y'all. Yeah. You lay back in the cut. What's up? What's up?
From Alpha to Omega, VHS to Beta, PlayStation to Sega, my skill is still greater. The sickest thing since VD, wicked like VG. Live my life crooked like the left finger on ET. Please believe me, this be the realest thing I ever wrote. Right after talking to Pop, puffing on heavy smoke. Laugh now, cry later. My only dream in life was to rock a mic up in front of you spectators and rock shell toes, not gators. Show love, not haters. I'm switching over like crossfaders to a better time and place where it's safe. And they can't judge a nigga by the color of his face, but by the content of the way that I spit these letters. I'm kicking it with white boys in old Navy sweaters. Ball cap low on my eye, cause sometimes I'm listening to my style so much. I'm just trying to get by, I'm just saying. For real, I'm just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you all out to a musical extravaganza called the Night and Day Project. Please save your applause to the end.
I'm in the AC, cooler than I ever was. I went from bubbling to a better buzz. Hey, check this, cuz I did it with no airplay. Wild out in the lot, well, that's hearsay. I'm just trying to do my thing, shine like a star. Skills in the place, banner, you know who we are. I'm Nike, that's Nate, you know K9. I already said my name, I just say the rhyme. Take it to the next level, beat him with a shovel. Dig his own grave for him, make him meet the devil. I play the villain, man, you can play the good fella. Nice guys finish last, you ain't even...
Welcome back, STFU.
I'm back.
I meant to come back quicker than that, but then I had to actually swallow the stuff that I was, this sparkling water that I was
feel you.
bringing down. It was bubbly. So we're back though. Another week. We made it for another week.
They let us come back, dude. I'm so happy.
None of us did something where we can't turn back from.
We're here, bro.
But yeah, Aaron is here. That's good. He's on the no-fly list, so he's stuck with us for a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to fly anymore for a while. But
yeah, that's true. It wasn't your fault though. Whatever that one thing that happened.
Dude, I mean, we can't talk about it obviously, but it clearly wasn't my fault.
And then we've got Pad with his Clapton CFG. Is it G?
See, it's definitely not CFG. It's CFC.
I'm
just. What is up, everyone? I'm here. I'm completely checked in. I've been confronted by my colleagues that the last few weeks they think I haven't been totally checked. I'm not gonna drink this. That I haven't been totally checked in. But I'm here today. I'll be in the comments chilling. I'm sorry because they said I was leaning against the wall too much. I'm here. This is gonna be my best show yet.
So I just feel like it wasn't that you were leaning against the wall too much. It was just that you were just not part of the show for the last couple of weeks that we were talking about.
Huh?
You're leaning against the wall.
Just kidding.
Ignoring the commies.
Well,
there's one thing that you can count on from the commies, and that's an uprising. If they are ignored and neglected.
So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to ignore you guys, and I'm going to come in with whatever the commies have. They want to talk about NPSL Pro right off the bat, if that's what they want to talk about. We'll get to that at some point. Biggest league coming your way.
If he ignored us for an hour, at what point would you be like, oh man, Pat's ignoring us? Oh, chug that thing down, dude.
I don't know if he'd really notice the difference.
Would you notice?
I feel like it would be like one of those things where after an hour, it's like, oh, he's doing it on purpose. Okay, he's trying to make a point of it now. I get it. Okay.
Let's see what's up.
No, wait, hold on. Before we lose people, because we are going to start the show as a soccer show today, before things go completely off the rails, before we all fall off the bunk bed, we are going to start with soccer, okay? The Bundesliga is starting Friday.
Good job.
Friday. Freitag. Freitag.
Is that how you say that?
Freitag.
You lived in Germany.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah,
I did not.
Martis, Mirkleis, Jueves, Freitag.
I don't speak
Bundesliga
German, so
alone.
I can't.
Can anybody say Monday through Friday in German? Besides Stat Jack, who lived in Germany.
Commies, bring it on.
Commies? Can anybody?
Stat Jack lives in Germany?
Yeah.
Is that true?
He's not allowed
He's
to
in
say
Ich
anything.
bin ein Berliner.
Oh, I'm sorry that I didn't know that. I'm a bad
Mr.
guy.
Gorbachev.
I should don't quote that guy.
Tear down that
Don't
wall.
quote Reagan.
Wow.
And I quote.
Dude, literally all the comments I want to talk about is NPSL Pro. So keep getting this Bundesliga stuff
All right,
going,
let's get into this.
so that we can eventually talk about
NPSL Pro,
what
I
is
like
going
it.
to be the biggest league in the world.
Yeah. All right. NPSL Pro starting this weekend with Bayern playing against Hoffenheim on Friday. Which, by the way, before anybody starts to criticize anything about the Bundesliga, because I love the Bundesliga, and there's a million reasons why we're going to talk about them. Friday games, both having played in them and enjoyed them leisurely, are one of the better things that you can take in.
Yeah.
Friday
Friday
games.
game.
League of Ireland is like mostly played on Fridays because they have Gaelic football on Saturday and Sunday. So that's a Friday night. Football's a Friday
I
night
thought it
thing.
was the Lord's Day.
Yeah, there's that too. You're not supposed to work because that's when he stops working. But no,
Conversely.
Friday night seems like a good time for football. Gotta say.
Friday seems perfect.
You guys didn't turn on my mic.
There you go again. Is that on me? Is that on me?
None of the commies noticed.
Everyone else's mic was on.
Except for mine. I almost killed him.
But what is that on me or is that on production?
People are responding to you though. People are responding to what you're
It's
saying.
probably just dim, right?
Yeah, they're just hearing it up.
Yeah.
Right on, right on,
I put
right
my
on.
mic on the
Commies,
right side,
sorry
so
about
it's a
that.
social test.
Sorry about that. The
Turn
commies,
on,
social
the commies
test.
forgive.
You know what it is.
All right, guys. Let's also go back to the basics and throw a little vibes for Flores because he's already messed up once by not turning my mic on.
Vibes for Flores. Let's actually just say who we got over here. We got Vibes for Flores,
Yeah, Vibes for
who could
Flores.
really use some vibes.
Yeah, he could
we got
use some
Stat,
big time
Stat
vibes
Jack,
right now.
who's
By the way,
you
you can't see vibes for Flores today, but he's got his hat backwards and he is in the actual war room right now.
midlife crisis hat
And,
backwards, you know?
Like in his mind, he sees himself as like this world-renowned EDM producer that's like live mixing on all these things. But all he's really doing is just switching the cameras back and forth, and I'm not even sure he's doing that at this point.
And then we
Oh
have
my God.
Canadian Tim, as always.
Welcome back, Canadian Tim.
He's back
Yeah,
there
I love
doing
that
his
name.
thing, doing his best, which is really good, high level.
Yeah. Or did we say Stat Jack?
Stat Jack, I said
Stat
Stat
Jack is
Jack,
here.
high spirits.
He was on a 2-match ban, light red card, but so he can't actually say any stats out loud. But he is allowed. Is he allowed to forward them? Vibes for Flores? Can he forward stats?
You can pass stats through.
He can pass stats on paper only.
Paper only.
Okay, because the digital thing you have no sort of oversight.
No.
I get that. I get that. So you're gonna want oversight over anything that he throws our way, because he knows that I'll say whatever it is true. He said 46 plus 46 score differential. I'm gonna say it. But other big games this weekend: Wolfsburg's playing against Schalke Saturday AM. Gladbach's playing against Bayer Leverkusen. 0-4 if you'd like on Saturday, and Dortmund play Leipzig. That's a huge one on Sunday.
Don't open the season up.
It is. It is. We're going to talk about all those sorts of things because I just love the Bundesliga so much, and it's actually been kind of weird not having them. You know, I go on Live Score on the weekends, and I scroll a lot, and sometimes when it's only a few leagues playing, you scroll looking for those Bundesliga scores, and you realize it hasn't started yet. It's a little bit disappointing. Yeah, and now I'm super into the Estonian league because that one started already.
That's tight.
Good league.
Yeah.
What was that guy who played with you? Joel Imper? No, were you gone when he was
Yeah,
there?
Joel Imper.
I know so much about MLS.
Vice for Flores just did this when you said Joel Imper. I don't know.
Because he's an old school Red Bulls fan.
That's right.
That's right.
Vice for
That's
Flores,
right. Yeah.
which makes him kind of the worst.
Didn't you get into the Red Bulls when I was there, though? Didn't you start that?
It was before you got there.
No lie,
It was
dude.
the Luke Rogers years, dude.
Luke Rogers was
I
awesome.
remember the Luke Rogers.
Can I
years.
tell a story about Luke Rogers before we go back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, me and Luke Rogers, I was playing with Chivas at the time. We were battling. He was playing striker, always swimming the line, kind of the guy, dirty player who did the dirty work, ran the channels a lot, made you chase him all over the pitch, okay? Then all of a sudden he stepped on my toes. I called him a word that is very, very offensive. And
Which one?
It starts with a see you next Tuesday.
You called him a pork boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that to him, but I said it as a term of endearment, and I didn't think it would trigger him. And he just literally got in my face and went nuts for me calling him that. And I immediately regretted it. And I was like, I didn't mean it that way. I was just trying to speak a little bit more in something you would understand. And after the game, I went up and apologized to him. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I was just heated. It seemed like the perfect time to use that because there was no other context in my life where I'd ever be allowed or think it's okay to use that. Still not okay to use that word.
It's not acceptable, but if you're gonna use it,
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna do it in a competition against the Brit because it's not a big deal.
I mean, on what planet is that a term of endearment? But yeah, right on.
I mean, in Australia?
Canadian Tim?
Yeah.
We're not talking about the other Commonwealths today.
Canadian Tim Cahill would think that was a term of endearment.
Oh.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyways, we don't have time ourselves to go through an entire preview. Well, we might have time, but there are people who are far more or larger experts in the field of the Bundesliga. So we had Matt.
Hear us to get
Yeah.
into the nitty-gritty of it.
This is as people have called it,
through it.
the show about nothing.
Yeah.
So if we made it ourselves about something too much, people would be like, whoa, is this a soccer show?
Yeah.
I am not comfortable right now.
It's cool because we coined that term, like the show about nothing, like it never existed before this.
It is a soccer show about nothing.
Yeah.
Pat, what are the commies saying before we go into this preview from our friend?
We got Trey moving to Illinois soon.
That's it. Congrats.
Yeah, so he's got hockey. A lot of people were happy I spoke about the Irish League, which is cool. One guy keeps saying, give me Pulisic or give me death, which is Bundesliga related, I'll say.
It is 100%
so right on.
Right? When he says, give me Pulisic or give me death,
it's all
just
caps.
Watch Pulisic?
I can't really tell.
How do you get Pulisic?
He's very possessive.
I don't want him to die. I don't know who he is, but I don't want him to die.
Yeah, so we're going to give you Pulisic.
How do we
Actually, he's right there in the thing, so you got him. So now you're alive, my friend.
Live. Thank you.
Tell us what you want, though. We'll talk about him. And a bunch of people are yelling about Hertha Berlin.
That's tight.
That's
Boateng to PSG?
All right, well, we've got Matt Herman or Ehrman? Herman?
German?
Either way.
He's American.
He's American. He's Hermerican.
That's really good.
You've been hanging out with Stat way too much.
We don't have a boo button, and we all deserve one because we all say some stuff that's not okay sometimes.
Every single one of them.
And it's not because it's inappropriate, it's because it's just plain terrible jokes. And that was one on my end. That's
For what?
I regret.
But you admitted it, though, and that's the first step to being a better person.
Yeah.
Before we go to this video or whatever,
second step is never
for what
touching me
reason
again.
do we not have one camera facing them that like we can switch to every once in a while?
DJ Flores?
Like, why don't we have a camera right here that goes to you guys? Like, people want to see Stat Check, people want to see vibes, people want to see Canadian
I don't
Tim.
think people want to say it.
I guarantee you he's going to have Canadian Tim take a picture of Flores and so he can post one up going like some sort of remix or something going, put your hands up in the air.
Hey, Aaron, by the end of the show, take a picture of him, send it to Copenhagen US memes. He'll take care of what we need to be around.
Let him do the rest. Let it marinate.
All we gotta do is get that content in their hands.
Yeah, because he looks like he's from Finland.
Shout out, they passed 200 followers recently, by the way.
Guys, Copenhagen US Memes, it is a fully independent account. I cannot endorse anything that they put on there. I have no control of it, but they do some really, really funny stuff. And now it seems like there's some collaborators, so make sure you guys are supporting that and following that on Instagram.
People think that we run that account.
I know. Because
For
someday,
the longest time, people thought I was running it, and when I would like do live streams during the World Cup, people would be like, "Hey, dude, so what's up with the Copenhagen US memes?" And then Copenhagen US memes started showing up in the live streams.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Dude, they're right there. It's not me."
Dude, it was your face and my name, and I even asked specifically. I was like, "People think it's me.
Pierce.
Like, you cannot do this because someday you're gonna cross the line, and I'm gonna be in big trouble. So take me off." So they took it off. But they seem like good people. So, anyways, back to the Bundesliga preview stuff. Matt Herman's a Bundesliga journalist and the host of Talking Fußball, which is a Bundesliga podcast, sent us a preview of this upcoming season. It's hugely informational for us. They've got an hour and a half long preview that covers all that stuff, which you guys can check out on their podcast. But first, we'll give you guys this little video, so check it out.
Munich would fall at the final hurdle and not win the league. But I couldn't. I just went on my podcast Talking Fußball yesterday and laid down a marker that Bayern Munich are going to win the league again. Here's why. Despite the fact that Borussia Dortmund got probably the best coach they could out there, Lucien Favre, he has absolutely transformed two different teams in the Bundesliga over the years, Hertha Berlin and Borussia Mönchengladbach. And this is the best squad he has ever had in his career. I don't think he has the firepower up front to get them over the line. I think Domenico Tedesco and Schalke have added a very good striker in Marc Uth, but they too are going to have a little bit too much trouble scoring to keep up with the likes of Bayern Munich. And RB Leipzig, I think, are another great contender for the title, who, if they get on a hot streak, they might well do it. They have a lot of young players who are still developing, guys like Jean-Kevin Augustin. They have Emil Forsberg, who had a poor year last year and probably should get back to a really nice run of form this one. But I don't think they're quite strong enough, because you look at Bayern and they haven't lost much. Other than Arturo Vidal, and we've got to hold the phone and see what's going to happen with Jerome Boateng in the next couple of weeks, they still have the best central defending core in the league, even without Boateng, with Hummels and Niklas Zule. They have the best striker in the league by a mile, and they have a coach who has shown a propensity to make players better, Niko Kovac, who took a pretty mediocre Eintracht Frankfurt side and turned them into world beaters last year. So, I think Bayern have still got it in the bag. As for any other storylines you might want to pay attention to, Fortuna Düsseldorf could be interesting. They came into the league from the second division playing an attacking brand of soccer. If they keep that up and succeed, I think they could be a really nice story. And the story that I'd love to see happen is of my team, Hertha Berlin. They've got a really nice young squad, a bunch of homegrown guys from Berlin who are probably on the cusp of becoming really legitimate Bundesliga players. Guys like Jordan Torunariga, Arne Meyer, and Maximilian Mittelstädt. I think this could be the year that they gel and, think about getting into Europe. Asking for more than that is a bit too much.
Oh. Wait, we back?
Yeah.
Sweet! Vibes for Flores, dude.
Oh, Vibes for Flores.
Right now, huh?
DJ Flores from Helsinki, Finland.
Wow, huh? DJ Flores. Jeez Louise, dude. Touring DJ. Can't figure out live.
Are you getting blonder?
Yeah.
Are you getting blonder?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I get it, dude. I get it. I just want to. We should all just look at Flores for a second, dude. Vibes for Flores.
Vibes for Flores.
Fucking live remixing right now, dude. DJ Cascade Flores. DJ. All right, the best DJ name for Vibes for Flores is gonna definitely get a Copa 90 T-shirt from us. That is a fact.
Yeah.
You go into the comments right now. You call me. Send it over to Pat. The best DJ name. It has to be appropriate. Any of you guys blow this shot with something inappropriate or ridiculous,
Getting blocked.
you're getting that block button.
It's not.
We got plenty of friends. We don't need more.
No new friends.
Oh, we got all. I swear to you, we got all sizes. We got triple XLs in here. We got extra smalls. We got everything. So we will send you out a shirt, U.S. only. Can't afford the internet.
How do you think the bottom teams in the EPL would do in the Bundesliga? That is a good question.
That's a good question.
Is that the question? Are you asking that?
Yeah. Brian Walsh was wondering how the bottom teams in the Premier League would do in the Bundesliga.
Oh, they'd be fine, I think.
I think like lower mid-table. Probably.
Do you think the last place team in the Premier League would not get relegated from the Bundesliga?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
I think they would not do that.
Yeah. Probably not.
I think they're overall right now in the Premier there's just more quality because there's more money. You can buy better players. It's literally just how it works right now.
Yeah.
Totally. But I think the competition within the Bundesliga is far better.
I really, really like Bundesliga because like right now that's in Europe probably the best place to watch. Like it's really good young players. Like right on the brink of world class in 2-3 years, young players that are gonna go to the biggest clubs. Yeah, the Bayern's probably gonna win. But the Serie A is also Juve for years was probably gonna win, but there was still quality in the league. There was a reason to watch, and that's why I watch Bundesliga because the atmosphere is amazing. The stadiums are always full. Like the play on field is so exciting, so fast. It's like I like young players, I like good, quality young players.
It's tough to argue that. Pat, what are people in the comments saying?
Copenhagen US memes gained 5 followers in 10
that was
seconds.
a test. They're commies.
What?
They're the commies.
Yeah. What?
Copenhagen US memes gained 5 followers?
Yeah, he gained 5 followers. Also,
woo, dude, you talk about instant ROI?
Also,
we're not getting paid for this. We start charging money.
Also, a lot of people are complimenting my shirt, which I wanted to say thank you guys so much.
It is actually really.
Does it go well with my beard? Which is not a good beard, but it looks good on this camera.
You know what's dope? I cut most of mine off and just gave it to you.
Yeah. It's never been this long before. And I thought I was gonna shave it on the show today.
Friendship.
So I would have shaved last night if not.
You were gonna.
But now I should just keep going.
You?
I should just keep going,
Can
right?
we shave you?
My
Yeah.
head?
How big of a beard can you grow?
This is the longest it's ever been.
Can you just not cut it?
Should I? It's just like annoying.
Can
you
you
know?
just not
I want to
cut
be a baby boy. You know? I want to get this thing. I want to be like.
I mean, I've never had to deal with that issue, so I don't know how
Yeah.
it feels. I can't.
That
even advise
beard
you.
at some point
come
soon.
on, if you go too close, they're gonna realize how bad it is. Like, look over here, it doesn't grow in, and like.
I'm waiting for that beard to grow up enough to connect to those eyebrows, dude.
Bro, don't make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
I was born this way.
Dude, every 10 to 12 years, what you got going on is the trend. You know what I mean?
My eyebrows?
Every 10 to 12 years, thick eyebrows come back, and you're way ahead of the game.
I feel like
and you
girls
get
are
be
trying to do this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That becomes the trend. And you're way ahead where you're just like, oh yeah, finally, you know? And you'd be like, I've been doing this for years.
The content I want is Pat and Anthony Davis doing some sort of eyebrow content. That's what I need in
Maybe
my
I'll
life.
do something with my eyebrows soon.
Tweezing and things.
You know?
No, I like
No,
them the
don't
way
do
they
it.
are.
I like
They're
them bushy
great.
and natural.
I'm not a huge fan of the way your hair falls down over the last few weeks.
Yeah, something's off.
It's different.
Something's off.
It's definitely off.
I've been showering more, like a couple times per week.
Yeah.
Is that why you smell less like a human and more like a good smelling human?
Yeah, something's. I gotta shower a little less.
Are you
again.
using deodorant too?
Also, it's that time of year where everything feels wet. You know? So I don't know. Anyway, what's going on in the comments?
Fantastic.
Bundesliga preview.
Being in Bundesliga preview. All right, stars that you guys want to watch this year. Okay, I'm going to give you some options to choose from. James Rodriguez, Marco Reus, Leon Bailey, baller alert.
Baller alert.
He could have played for the U.S.
Baller alert.
Not true. That part's not true at all.
Baller alert.
I like
Leon
when you
Bailey
lie
could
to
not have
people.
played for the U.S.
I like
but
when you lie
it's
to
fun to
people
dream
and
about
stuff.
players from CONCACAF that do really well in other countries and be like, yeah, he could have played
Yeah,
for
he
the
could
U.S.
play for the U.S. Yeah.
But he chose to play for
Could've done
Jamaica.
DJ stink.
Are there any options coming in? Are people
No,
coming
so
up?
many, dude.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
Vibes for Flores needs to eat a piece of humble pie since he became a famous DJ or a touring DJ at least. You know, so whatever that DJ name is that comes in, it'd be good to.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes a
sober
music
up.
video of like a couple at a water park.
You know what's crazy? His DP on all of his music videos, Mike Hennigan.
Oh, Mike Hennigan. Triflin09. Follow him on Instagram if you want a good follow.
No, he changed his name. You
No.
just sent them to the
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
handle.
Now it's
Wow.
Triflin is Flynn.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He
I'm
switched
sorry.
to the Triflin.
We were about to talk about something.
Now
weren't
it's
we?
Michael Hennigan.
It's just Michael Hennigan?
Yeah, ASC.
No one knows how to spell that.
A.S.C..
Maybe Brian Walsh because he
It's
follows
M.
League of
Hennigan.
Ireland.
Hold on. M. Hennigan.
M?
We got to send the folks to the right account. It's M. Hennigan. Just so you know.
Kai
guys.
Havertz, Serge Gnabry, Julian Brandt, Timo Werner, and the good Hazard brother Thorgan.
Is this what?
He's the
that
Viking.
Jack wrote?
He's the Viking Hazard brother Thorgan.
Can I talk about? We were talking about star players, right? Can
Yeah.
I talk about a little bit of a disappointment I have? I really like Marco Reus as a player, but I can't get excited about him before the season because I know he's just gonna be hurt for probably half of it.
Yeah.
And it disappoints me because I love when he's healthy, it's great. But I can't be like, oh man, this season can't wait to see Marco because you tune into Dortmund on any given day, you don't know if he's gonna be playing or not.
That's true.
It sucks.
It's a general argument that you've presented, and you're not wrong. I could see how you would be scorned or not excited, but could become excited at some point. Pat, are any of those players I listed that you didn't hear, definitely didn't listen to, are you excited about?
You said a lot of things there that I'm still processing, but I want to come at you with a comment. Is this a make or break year for Christian Pulisic?
No.
Wait a second. On this monitor, what's actual program?
Top right.
So we're not cutting back to Pat ever?
Oh, come on, cut back to me.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise.
He wasn't on.
It's
No,
whatever.
Program was just sitting on us for like an hour.
No.
Yeah, for like an hour.
No, I'm watching it. I definitely have seen myself. And,
Dude,
and I look
Eyes for Flores.
and I look decent.
What was the question?
Make or break year for Christian Pulisic, our man?
No.
I know.
Yeah. I mean,
How old is he?
if he's
20?
going to achieve the goals that
22.
we've set for him, then every year is a make or break year. Like truly, I think last year was an off year. He had a little bit of funk, still started a large amount of games and still had an okay or good season. Like he's still starting regularly in the Bundesliga for being a teenager, but didn't put up like the double-digit numbers we expect of him in both goals and assists. I think this year he has to do that, or I mean, I think he still gets sold. He'll be 20.
Yeah, he's
It's
still
insane.
19. Even if he has literally the worst season a player could have this year, still got a chance to be a really good pro because he's 19.
Yeah.
Commies are saying that Dortmund need to stop changing coaches.
That's a fair argument.
That's their goal.
Yeah, I think Dortmund wants to stop trading coaches.
I think they really want to not do that.
It's just something about a results-oriented business that's hard to argue sometimes when you're not getting the results.
That's like saying, you know what? Dortmund need to stop losing games.
Start winning.
Start winning more.
Yeah.
Pulisic should take a loan to Livorno, get some minutes, maybe be politically radicalized, and then go back to.
Does he have an EU passport? He has an EU passport, so he could very easily go on over to Italy, right?
He should go to Livorno because Livorno's coming back up.
What is Livorno's radicalized stance on politics?
We want to talk about this? No, I mean Livorno's fine.
I mean,
Livorno
you said
historically,
it, so I'm just asking.
I'm saying historically, Livorno is the. I'm not vouching for this. I'm just saying that historically, Livorno is the home to the Italian Communist Party.
Alright.
And that's so a lot of their fans.
Now,
pretty
Communist
left-wing.
Party would be different than the commies, correct?
No, the commies are not necessarily part of the Communist Party. There might be some communists in the commies, but not all commies are communist. That's something we got to be very clear about. Because we're not asking.
There might be
anything.
communists in the commies, but not all commies are communists.
Yes, exactly.
Can we get that on a Copa 90 t-shirt? Maybe Copa 90 US memes should run with that one. Yeah, we're gonna avoid making t-shirts.
There are
that say
certainly some communists in the commies, but not every commie is a communist, is what I'm saying.
I get that. I get that.
So we'll move on from that.
We're gonna clip that for you because you got your Clapton shirt on. You got to have that monologue. You'll be able to post that on socials soon enough. Okay?
He's gonna get 7 followers off that video.
Yeah.
At least.
How long before Copa 90 US memes gets more followers than me?
Not long at all.
I know.
I mean, it's a meme account. Dude. You can't compete with meme accounts.
Copa 90 US memes gonna go private soon.
That's when you know you.
Because he's getting big, you know. Every day, maybe.
I get it. It's private.
We're
Weston
gonna get one of
McKennie.
those dropped into the inbox like, oh, dude, I can't see this.
Yeah, it's private. And then someone's got to screenshot it and post it in there.
How many goals did Pat
Can I
score
ask
Livorno?
before we go to Pulisic, Weston McKennie, and Josh Sargent, the Americans playing in the Bundesliga, can I ask you guys, whether you're at home or wherever you're watching this from, do you think it's appropriate if you find a meme account and you're serving up your friends with that meme account, and your friend goes and follows that same meme account, and then they're serving up your same group of friends, like in a group chat, with that meme account? Do you think that's appropriate? Do you think that's okay? Because I think it's ridiculous.
One more time,
The whole
sorry.
point of me in a meme account is that I found this one. I'm going to serve you guys this. So you get to chill. Just relax. I will give it to you. I will give you what I think you will find interesting, right? But if you then go and follow it, then we have less to talk about. Or you serve me with stuff on something that I found completely disrespectful. I've been in the trenches looking for meme accounts, found a unique one.
Copa 90 US memes.
Just sit back and relax and enjoy
Here's
it.
how it works in my... I think you have a valid quibble there.
Yeah.
I think you can be mad.
Yeah.
But
I know
here's how it works in a couple of my friend groups. If I find a meme account and it's private or whatever, if they can't then go look it on their own, they'll just follow it. And then if one of us sees a good one, we'll drop it in. But if someone's already dropped that meme in before and if you double drop it, that's when you. Ooh.
It's nice to know this culture is
Bro.
like universal. You know,
If you double drop a meme, you just get shame. Shame.
Heath's in my Instagram group with my boys, and if Heath or anyone drops a meme a second time, it truly you get reprimanded. I lose sleep over that.
What is the punishment now for double dropping?
I don't know. You just get harassed. You get your character on the line.
No, don't you have to chug
the mate?
What's the drink?
Clamato? No. Oh, a Fresca.
Fresca.
Yeah. You have to shotgun a Fresca.
Shotgun a Fresca. If you double drop.
That actually sounds miserable.
Oh yeah, it must be terrible. I mean, haven't some of the guys puked?
Yeah, the guys are always puking.
Oh man.
You can't specify what the boys are puking about.
That's super broy.
Specify
my
what
boys
the boys
were born to hurl.
Puking about.
That's funny.
Let's see.
That's funny. Well, look. So we're all pretty much in an agreement there. Double dropping memes into a group chat is a sin.
Just don't.
And
it's cardinal sin.
And if somebody follows it first, it's fine to follow them to unlock that, but don't be sharing them. Don't be sharing them.
Bro, I mean that's your thing.
Yeah.
You can unlock it to just see, and so when you drop it in, it's like, oh man, hey, what's that say?
Yeah.
And you don't have to then go back, screenshot all that nonsense. But
Here's my final question. Vice Flores, is this cool can I ask one more question? Because you keep shaking your head.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
It could be.
What's your favorite Bundesliga meme?
If it was a meme.
Bundesliga
All right,
memes?
This is my final question. You have a group chat on a certain platform, and you're dropping memes from another platform onto this.
I got yelled
What's
at.
your policy on,
on
citing your memes?
I got yelled at by you for transferring memes from platform to platform. So now I'm not a platform transfer. But sorry, what was the actual question?
The question is, are you a man of ethics? Meaning, if you pull something from Twitter onto Instagram and you drop it in there as a photo, do you cite your memes? Do you cite,
Oh, if I'm pulling from like Twitter, number one, going to Instagram is just wrong and bad unless there's just no way to find it. You just gotta DM it on Twitter. Number one,
Yeah.
Stay on that platform. I learned that from Heath Pierce. That's a lesson I will never forget. But always cite your sources. Always cite your sources.
That's true.
Always cite your sources.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
We've been like completely called out. Someone just like quoted, like meme account, puke, etc. Title of stream is Bundesliga Preview. Sorry, man, we're on.
To be fair, this show is the pretty little flower.
It is.
You got the stem.
Brian Walsh
It
must
is.
be new.
And then you've got the pretty little petals. Paint
Guys,
the petals to come back into the stem.
guys, talk about football. I'm not up at 2:30 a.m. on Eid. Oh, nice. Listen about me. That's funny.
that's
Sorry,
the thing.
man. So we get and happy Eid. Is that how you pronounce it?
Eid.
Happy
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak to everyone. Right on. One love. But also, I'm sorry that we haven't talked about football.
All right. Weston McKennie, Josh Sargent. Do you think Josh Sargent will get first team minutes this year?
Few. I don't think he'll get that many, to be honest.
He looks good though with the national team, man.
He does.
He's actually
I think he's gonna be a really good player, but I doubt he'll get like a ton of minutes this year. I'm super excited to see Weston McKennie because I think he looked really good under Tedesco. I thought with Schalke got 20 more points than the season previous with Tedesco, I think, and McKennie's getting a lot of minutes. He's again 19, starting in Bundesliga, second place team in Bundesliga. So
he's a baller, and I think with Goretzka leaving, he might get some more minutes.
Yeah, man.
Más minutos, as they say in German.
They say that in Germany. It's true.
Also, there's some crazy statistics here about the Bundesliga. There hasn't been a whole lot of transfers. The league's transfer balance, minus 9 million euros.
Minus 9?
Yeah. You want to hear that compared to the other leagues?
Yes.
Because I'm going to tell you.
Tell you.
The EPL has a minus 996 million euro balance. Serie A minus 307, which is basically $1 billion to them because none of them own their stadiums and they're not going to make that back. La Liga minus 57 million. Respectable. A decent little model there. And Ligue 1 plus?
That means they just, everyone's selling, no one's buying, clearly. That's amazing.
Yeah, but Bundesliga sells.
Didn't that count this year?
Yeah, but he was within the league, so it doesn't really count.
That's true. So where's that money coming from?
Wait, sorry, who?
It's all
So
like
international transfers.
Yeah.
Huh. Something's fishy here. Which one of you guys works for Liga?
Plus 346 million is amazing. That's a lot of net sales.
That's a lot of Skrilla.
Well, that is
Skrilla, huh? DJ Flores?
DJ Skrilla Flores.
Who do you think is going to finish second in the Bundesliga this year?
I think it'll be Dortmund. I think Schalke come in. No, I think Dortmund second, Leverkusen third, Schalke fourth. Yeah.
Sweet. What do you guys at home think, or on your phones? Where are you guys?
Someone
I
said
don't see any of you.
Someone said
Someone's
they honestly think Bayern will finish third.
No.
I don't know where it went, but it
Who
was
was
up
that
there.
person?
I have to scroll back.
I feel like they deleted
Give me
that.
their phone number. I'm going to call them
I feel
right now.
like
Give me their phone number. I'm going to call them
wrote
right now
that and
because
then
I want to hear what
immediately
they
I'm trying to
deleted it.
scroll.
I
Dude,
feel like they regretted it as soon as they said
I hope
that.
they're. It was Nima Mo.
Oh, Nemo Mo. Yeah. I see Nemo Mo on
I
social.
can honest to God
That's
see
what's up.
Bayern finishing third, is what they said. Direct quote. You gonna back that up? Let's put that on the record, and we'll be coming for you in May, June. What is it?
Does he want that on the record, or are we striking that from the record?
No, we're putting that on the record. He's got to
Okay.
live by that now. Also,
Fair enough.
I
Did
drank
Benjamin Pavard just
a little
not
bit of Red
leave
Bull, and now my
Stuttgart,
kidney
by the way?
hurts.
Don't know. What do you mean?
Hope no one heard that.
He's still at Stuttgart, right? I thought he was gonna leave after the World Cup.
He was
after
linked to
that
like Real
volley.
Madrid.
Demi vole papa.
Okay, here's some good.
We're not doing that song.
We got a lot of good
Demi vole papa.
Bundesliga
We're
comments.
not doing that song.
It's the best song ever.
Matt, since you're not doing much over there, go on to Amazon and order a boo button for the for this room.
true.
We need to have at least 3 boo buttons because it needs to be a majority of boo buttons. If all 3 boo buttons go off, there needs to be 4 because there's 6 of us. So 4 boo buttons go off. That means that person automatically has to go. Just go. Don't care where you go.
Yeah. You don't have to go home, but
Yo,
you do have to.
check out. We got a whole bunch of Bundesliga comments. Check these out, and you just react to them. Okay. Bayern need to be kicked out to a Super League.
That's probably gonna happen in like 3 or 4 years. So.
Wolfsburg champions.
Nope. Nope.
Y'all sleep on RB Leipzig. We haven't really mentioned them.
Yeah, I think they're gonna finish like 4th, 5th.
Nima Mo says, "Call me Heath." Bayern
Give
gonna
me his
finish.
number.
Ivan Laura says Bayern going to finish 3rd. That's the second person who said that. Dortmund 2nd and Schalke 3rd. Dortmund won't even make the top 4 if I'm being honest, says Aspect Productions. What do you make? VFL Wolfsburg Bundesliga champions 2018-19. Oh, that might be the same person. And what else? Let's see. Nuremberg champions.
Guys, legitimately, Caitlin's leaving. It's her last day. Intern Caitlin.
Intern
last
Caitlin.
day. Caitlin!
Go get her. Bring her in here.
Bring her in here.
I'll read more.
Guys, it's Caitlin's last day. Remember, she made those super sick boards for us anytime that we've done brackets. It's her last day of her internship. She's going back to school. She's been great. She's about to leave. We're going to bring her in so she can say her goodbyes to you guys officially because that's what we do. We want to immortalize her.
It's true. This will be on the internets forever.
Come stand by Pat, please. Not too close, though, because he doesn't smell
She picked a solid
great.
shirt to wear.
I smell better than usual, though.
Hi, I'm intern Caitlin.
We want to thank you for all that you've done for us.
Thank you.
And we also want you to tell the people that are watching all the things that you've done for us on this show specifically.
Okay, so I made the bracket for the World Cup live show when you guys had 2 minutes to pick who was going to win. And then I also did the most recent live shows. It wasn't a bracket. What was it? It was like a list.
Well, the table. It was all the Premier League
Hold on.
teams.
Time out real quick. Time out.
Unreal
Before we
level
go any
of confidence
further,
on camera here.
Is it not weird that she knows how to adjust the camera better than you do? And she's just coming on.
All right, check this out. I'll adjust the camera right now.
And she literally keeps going back
I'm
to the camera
serious.
so the camera knows.
She does a nice pause to look at us, and then she goes back to the audience. She's like,
she goes to Vice for
"Oh,
Flores
that's the
because
question you're asking me." Oh,
he's
this
Vice
is
for
how
Flores,
it-
and then she
Wow.
looks at the camera. That is literally 101. And
Do you have a
can't
job? Do you have a job lined up yet?
I'll leave.
Just asking.
I
no,
mean, I
no
can
particular
replace
reason.
Pat if you guys want. I don't know how the commies would feel about that.
Do you think Pat's replaceable though? To be honest,
No.
act like
I
Pat's
don't-
not here.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I was about to kind of
Act
attack a little bit. But
Act
thank you
like
for
Pat's
saying
not
it.
here. Answer
Tell the
how you
people
would
your
if Pat
IG,
wasn't here.
Caitlin. They want to know.
I mean, I'm not
I can leave. I can leave.
All right, see you, Pat.
All right, I will. Want my mic? Don't you have to go back to the University of a certain state? I won't say. Here.
Well, it's in my Instagram bio, so if you wanted to follow me, it's at Caitlin.
Actually, here. I'll just go down. I'll just be over here.
Okay, this is what we're doing.
Here, okay, so I'm out of the show.
Oh, now you're blocking cameras.
Wow,
Oh
this
my
is a
God,
debacle all
this
I
is
feel
a
like if
mess.
this went the other way,
I'm
Caitlin
moving,
would
I'm
at least
moving.
know how to use and work with the camera.
Are you leaving?
No,
oh, you're going
I'm
over there?
moving
Oh,
over
okay.
Oh, you're gonna move over here? Oh, so it's your show. It's your show now. So just go wherever you want.
I've had enough.
Oh man.
Can we take a picture?
Let me see what the commies are saying.
Oh, this
Commies,
is all rolling right now, so it's not like this is not live. You're
Commies, I'm coming
legitimately
back.
live.
No, I understand.
Oh
but
no, you just pulled a screenshot.
I'm
All right,
gonna
all
watch
right.
it later, and I'm
On the count of 3, we're all gonna pose. It's going to. We will then screenshot that later on.
Wait, can
You
I come
post
over
it on
there?
social. Do not tag Pat.
Can I come in?
Right.
Yeah, Pat, get in here.
Can I come into the photo?
No.
Okay, wait. I'll take a separate one with Pat.
I don't care what you do. Separately with Pat. This is very much.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Perfect.
All right. That was sick.
I'm so happy for you.
Okay.
This is gonna go straight on their Instagram.
All
Thank
right.
you for
Let's see what the
everything.
commies are
I
saying.
gotta leave.
All right.
But it was.
Thanks for everything.
It was
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
won the Copa 90 US memes. We actually aren't convinced yet that she doesn't run that account
I don't.
True.
because she won the bracket.
Yeah. She does all that account does also have inside knowledge of the office that
Yeah.
Could only
I blame Jack.
possibly.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
that's fair.
Jack's not allowed to respond.
Wow.
Jack is
She
not allowed to
knows how
respond.
this game works. She
Jack
knows
can-
exactly how this game
He
works.
can show you what he's thinking on his face, but he cannot say it. I wish the camera could cut to him
I
right now.
haven't been here for a while, but I think I understand the way that
Yeah.
things run in this office. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that.
There's a hierarchy. It's everyone else and then Jack.
Before you go, because then we got to go back to this Manchester United and City and stuff. What was your favorite moment being here?
My favorite moment being here. I think my favorite moment is when we were all in here watching the World Cup and we transformed the studio into like a little watch party room,
Yeah.
and Lillian bought like all those snacks, and we were all in here just like grubbing.
That was
Like,
good times.
Grubbing.
No, that's exactly what we were doing. We were just munching.
That,
What was
you
that?
keep using those
What
words.
was that?
You keep using those words, okay? Those are suggestive phrases. Anyways, cool. I appreciate
Thank you,
that. You know what? And you did it without saying a bunch of times, like every time we asked Pat a question.
Why,
So that's also-
why does everything have to be compared to me? Like,
Because
I'm doing my
literally
thing.
every
I'll
person we
leave.
bring on is a possible replacement.
Then let's
Yeah.
go. Let's do it then. I'll go work on.
So angry.
He's starting to get a little
Oh my
upset.
gosh,
The
dude.
camera hasn't shifted to him in so long.
I'll go work on my
He's
own
just-
EDM record with DJ Flores. You know, I've had enough.
DJ Flores.
Pat, I get it.
All right.
We all need a little attention sometimes, but right now this is not your moment.
Oh, wow. All right. We're going to send you off on that one, Caitlin. Thank
One
you.
final roast.
Thanks for all your
One
help.
final roast. Thank you very much.
Wow. Jack, you're not allowed to clap. That's making noise.
Did I get a hug?
Yeah, I already gave you one.
No, you
It's a lot of
didn't.
hugs. You literally just hugged us 1 minute
I'll
ago.
have to rewatch the live. Bye, Pat.
See you. Thank you for everything, I guess.
All
No,
right.
stop. Don't be mad.
It's pretty.
See ya. All right. Pat.
See you, Caitlin. Thank you. You're the best.
Pat.
I'm pissed off, but you're the best.
Pat, you have.
Have a safe trip back to University of State.
University of State.
It could be 1
You
in
hit that
50.
door.
You'll
All right,
never
Jack,
know.
You have. Pat, you have 30 seconds
Okay.
to say how that made you feel right now.
Which part?
knowing that Caitlin just basically came here and crushed your soul.
Nah, it's whatever, man. If you guys want me gone, then kick me out. Just do it. I'm not gonna beg to be here.
If we offered you the opportunity to walk out on your own terms, would you do it?
No, I'm not gonna leave. And if you guys
So you
aren't-
want to be fired?
No, I don't, if I'm going to leave, I want to be fired. I'm not going to ever leave. I love the commies. I'm so dedicated to them, I would do anything for them. I'd lay my jacket down. I'd lay my perfectly fine jacket down over a puddle on the street for them.
Wow, you're gonna serve Walter Raleigh then?
Where's their music coming from?
But no, I'm not going to be
heard that
abused
too,
by you
right?
guys, and I'm not gonna take it.
I hear it too.
All right, to wrap up the Bundesliga, Bayern stories. Alphonso Davies is joining in January. Lewandowski's got that transfer drama. We don't know what's going on with Boateng. And then can they do it in the Champions League? I don't think this year again. I haven't seen. I think they need a few more signings to really be a Champions League finalist that could win it.
They don't have a ton of match winners. I want to say like Lewandowski is obviously Lewandowski, but I don't think he wants to be there number one.
Yeah.
There was that whole I forgot, was it Rummenigge that said if
Uli Hoeneß
that said like if his agent wants to talk, I'll talk to him September 2nd.
Yeah, he said I'm super busy right
like
now. And
super busy.
We can meet on September 2nd.
Yeah,
That's actually
sorry,
really funny. and
yeah,
clever.
sorry.
That
Got
is
a lot
the
going on.
most German joke ever, by the way. That is a super German joke.
It's like that's very.
It's
German.
dry. It's funny.
It's
concise.
like it's perfect too. It's
It
like
stings a little
I'm
bit.
very busy. If he wants to talk, I'll be here. But September 2nd.
Let's move on to our second segment. This show's going to be another 3-hour.
Yeah. I guess I'm not.
Manchester Blues. United bad, but City very good.
We can move on.
Do you think Jose Mourinho's on the hot seat?
It's in the notes.
Dude, I've gotten used to. I watch Pat McAfee's podcast, and he does his advertisements in like a very clever way, where he reads it very emotionally. Sorry.
What? What was in there?
I don't know. And he does it in a really funny way. Now I see when StatJack writes some of these headlines, I read them in a way that I would read them, and they come out way better than reading them literally. Like United bad, but City very good. See, very natural. Do you think Jose's on the hot seat? How long do you think he lasts?
That boy is big on the hot seat.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's real hot. Yeah, I think when I did Walk Talk Football, when I took over you, thank you for passing the torch. I love you so much. What a beautiful man, by the way.
Just a weird thing to throw in there.
I just had to figure out.
I feel you though.
Yeah, right? What's up?
It does feel weird now.
Yeah, that's the point. I thought he would last. I thought my bold prediction is that like Mourinho and Pogba would last the whole season, but I don't think that's going to happen now. I would say by January he's gone. Mourinho.
If he doesn't, do you think Pogba leaves?
If Mourinho's not gone by the end of the season, I think one of them's gone by the end of the season.
Makes sense. What do the commies think, Pat?
But I think it's more likely Mourinho.
They want to talk about Chucky Lozano.
3-3, right?
Who do you guys think is the man for United when Jose gets sacked?
Chucky Lozano.
I agree.
Chucky.
Pogba should go.
Is that a person that said that?
Yeah.
Who do I think?
You know what pisses me off? Hold on, timeout. I'm pissed now.
Get him.
Ancelotti to United.
Let me
Giants said 3 times.
Let me put my sparkling water down. I'm gonna tell you what pisses me off. What pisses me off is that Paul Pogba gets all this criticism over time, right, by Jose Mourinho, whatever, that he's not there yet, blah, blah. Then he goes and wins a World Cup. Then he comes back this year, and he has a bad performance, and now he starts blaming himself. And I think there's nothing more, belittling to people when all of a sudden you've now established yourself for this year, and now you start taking blame for things. You didn't want to take any blame last year when things weren't going right. But now you've won a World Cup, and just
you
a week
think it's
after,
like fake being bigger, the bigger.
yeah,
person?
and just a week after Pogba said, Jose Mourinho said like I can't ask for any more of him. He's doing everything that I could ever ask for from him. Then he comes out and goes like I wasn't motivated for the match, and you're just like, it's just convenient timing. Don't get me wrong. He's a baller, and the French players did say he has somehow become a very very good leader very quickly in the French locker room, but. The club level, it just seemed very convenient a few days after.
It seems like one of those things where he's like, he kind of realized like, oh, Jose Mourinho's just like he's coming out pretty bad in the press. Maybe I'm going to step it back and be like, you know what, guys? This one's on me.
Yeah.
I'm the leader of this team. I should do better. As the leader of this team who runs this team, it's got to be on me.
Yeah.
And like kind of like, oh yeah, Mourinho.
It just felt very convenient.
I mean, he's a smart dude.
Yeah. Do you think Zidane could fix Man United? I'm not asking you.
Anthony Martial to Detroit City is what someone said. And I'm all about that. NPSL Pro, baby. The NPSL Pro train is coming in so hot.
It is. I'll tell you what. It's about 15 minutes out from station right now, the NPSL Pro train.
Yeah, NPSL Pro train
But
is
at the rate that we move, there will be delays on that train. It'll probably arrive in about 30.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. NPSL Pro Rumors is part of the rundown?
Yeah, we're doing it, dude.
Oh, my God.
You wanted to do it, we're going to do it.
Let's do this. You guys better
stick around. Do you think Zidane can fix Man United?
No. It's going to take a lot more than just Zidane.
First of all, let's change the wording on that, okay? They don't need to be fixed.
Well, maybe Pogba would like his coach better, IDK.
IDK. See, you tried it. Let's not say fix, because that is the one thing that I do agree with Jose Mourinho, where he says, you guys make it sound like when a team below us, say a Tottenham finishes in the top 4, it's a spectacular season. But when United finishes second, it's a giant
shots
failure.
at Liverpool too, straight at Klopp. Because it's true though. The English press really loves Klopp, and they really love Liverpool as a whole. I think.
Yeah. And he's likable, and it's a likable club, you know.
Yeah.
But United, on the other hand, and Jose Mourinho being polarizing, they hold him to a different standard, and I do think that that's messed up because finishing second is quite an accomplishment. If you're a United fan, right? It's Champions League. It's being consistently good the whole year. Probably enough points. I don't remember what their points were, but enough points to have won one of the 2 or 3 previous seasons of the Premier League, especially the year that Leicester won. You have to be in the same league as City.
Yeah.
But if a team that finishes third or fourth, and they have a spectacular season against all odds, then they get all the love. And I think that is a double standard. It's messed up.
It's fair. But no, I don't think Zidane can fix United. For 2 reasons. United have sorry, we're doing it. It's not a fixed thing. I don't think he can make them win the title on his own. Obviously not on his own. But they need a sporting director. Ed Woodward and that whole thing they've been doing, their transfer policy sucks. It's bad. They need someone who's actually good at bringing quality players in who fit not just one manager, but like whatever style United's trying to play. But I think Zidane is way better at organizing a dressing room and working with world-class players to make sure that they fit with each other than actually coaching a team. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's great tactically. I don't think he's like a fantastic quote unquote like in-game manager.
Yeah.
But I think what he's incredible at is exactly what he needed to be at Real Madrid, which is make sure those dudes don't fight with each other and then get out of the way.
Yeah, understandable. Pat, what do the commies think?
Let's
You're
go back
checked out
over-
again.
I'm
Pat,
not
is he
checked
checked
out.
No, he's good. He's good.
What are you
sure?
doing? Stop attacking me.
He just hasn't cut us off in a while. He's not
Yeah,
saying
but
anything. He's
I'm
just
letting
sitting
you
over there.
talk. What do you want from me?
Actually in his head now.
What's this show want from me?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Let me talk to
I'm about to
the
walk.
commies real quick. Can you bring the camera in?
I'm about to walk because
All
I'm
right.
not gonna deal with this.
Here's how I feel. Okay, Pat, be quiet for 1 second. Okay, this
No,
is gonna play in
yeah,
your
all right,
favor.
I will.
For the last 3 days, Pat and I have snuck off to play mini games of foosball.
And I've won.
Sometimes we do games to 3, where we do 1, 2, 3 tap before you start the game. Sometimes it is a fist bump for a 5, but that is because it is a fist of 5. It's the only time it's been allowed is over the top of a foosball table. Having said that, I played him 5 to 10 times and lost every single time. And because of that, I have no other way to express my feelings and discontent towards life and towards him as a person than to just attack him on something that's live.
Here's the difference between Heath and I. This relationship is extremely toxic because you attack me while as
Well,
me.
when you do this, that's very close.
Well, as
That's
me,
not toxic.
yeah, it's toxic. I mean,
That's
we're
the DNA.
We're very close. It's
That's
just
DNA.
toxic for me. So while you're abusing me all the times, I wake up in the middle of the night, nightmares that your family's mad at me.
He told me about these nightmares, and he was like,
I
super
woke up
serious
stressed
about
out, thinking that your wife was mad at me for not cleaning up at your house, and it was the worst nightmare I've had in months.
That's so good.
And I have a lot of nightmares
The
because I
funny
got a lot
thing
going on.
is every day since you've had that nightmare before I leave, you say, tell your wife I'm sorry. And like, I know you're joking, but deep down, I'm not sure if you know the difference between reality and your dreams at this point.
I'm losing it. As the commies I've known for months, I'm completely losing control of my own mind.
I get it. Do we have a trailer for Man City?
We do.
All or Nothing?
Yeah, let's just move on from
So
that.
that new series is out on Amazon. It's really sick. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. You can borrow Pat's Amazon Prime account. He will hook you up with it.
I don't
Hit me
have
up. I'm creating the WhatsApp group soon. I swear we're actually going to do this. I'm going to give you all Pat's information. It is not worth a lot, but it is worth an Amazon Prime account. So let's roll the trailer on that. It's pretty sick.
Of course, I'm going to defend you until the last day in our lives in the press conference. But here, I'm going to tell you the truth. Today, I didn't see the desire to win. Today, I didn't see it. Some of you play better when you're angry with me. So if you hate me, guys. No problem at all. But every single training session, every single game, you have to be there ready. I know your quality is there. I know you are talented players. But to become a top team, you have to learn to play football with courage.
I wouldn't underestimate this squad because this squad is capable of anything.
We need to fight for everything every year.
We are close. We are so close.
Have you guys seen the doc yet?
I've seen it.
Talk to me
Raise
about
my
it.
hand.
Tell me about it.
It's one of those things where I'm a little bit biased to. First of all, it's got some really cool stuff. The story itself is hard for me to get into because I follow the Premier League so intently that I knew what the highs and lows of the year were. You know,
Right.
I knew when they lost their streak. You know, when they go out of the Champions League. You know the things that they win. You know,
Right.
like you know all of that. So for me, it was a little bit kind of lacking that surprise of what I used to watch on NFL films, which was you'd watch a big classic season on somebody and you'd be like, oh, I didn't know anything about the Pittsburgh Steelers from that year, right? Well, this was so fresh, but the uniqueness of it is that there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and it's the thing that impressed me the most about that entire series is stuff on Pep Guardiola.
Dude,
It's
even the
incredible,
clips.
and the memes that are coming out of those clips,
But just Pep in general just seems like such a human and such a motivator. And again, all we're seeing is a very, very one-sided video, right? Of just chopped and edited footage that's very, very pro Man City. And I'm sure Pep had a few blow-ups that we don't get to see. But just in general, the way he connects with people, just in general, his kind of genius for the game, and seeing how he works and rewards his staff, and how big his staff is. It's massive. It's literally like, I was comparing it to just like a middle management approach in business, where you actually have a bunch of people that do all of these tasks, right? And you have these managers that would sit on top of it, as opposed to thinking about, so we say he's got a 20-person staff. If you look at most clubs around the world, it's like a 3-person staff that has to do what those 20 people are doing, right? And it makes it so much harder for any of them to become great at it, because they have to do all these other mundane tasks that are having to do this and that and this and that, and you're just pulled in all these different directions, as opposed to saying, this is what I do as a manager, and these are the people that I need to help me and help this team do well, which is, I thought was really cool.
That is dope.
Nice.
The clips of him coming out on social, like I said, I haven't seen the doc yet, but just the clips. Every time I watch one, I'm like, I'm gonna run through a wall right now. I don't care.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, you know it's coming on it, and there's not a lot of surprise moments if you followed the Premier League, but there is some really cool like stuff that connects on a human level that's mostly driven by Pep, which I think is awesome. And Benjamin Mendy is a really cool character in that as well. I mean, you do get to see the side of like they speak about what it's like to be an injured player and how isolated you feel, and those types of little things that kind of peel the curtains or tear the curtains down, peel back the layers of the onion, I guess. All those types of things. Yeah.
How does it compare to Hard Knocks?
Hard Knocks is more raw. I feel like Hard Knocks, or the NFL, whoever runs Hard Knocks, has a lot more editorial control than I think this one was. This one looked like it was through the lens of Manchester City, as opposed to through the lens of like just the rawness of Hard Knocks. So Hard Knocks has those get-cut moments, those fights, those like high highs and low lows. And Hard Knocks doesn't always end with a trophy, you know? So you have unsuccessful seasons in Hard Knocks that are, players sign big contracts, players get cut, there's injuries, there's all these, like, there's so many more storylines, to whereas this one was pretty much dominant from start to finish. They failed on the Champions League level, but there's not a huge blow up as a result of that.
There's no, like, real low point.
So I think it's missing a little bit of that rawness, but I think it's different with an 18-man or, say, 25-man roster than a 60 to 70-man NFL team that's everything's compacted into 16, 17 games plus playoffs. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Have you seen the Juve doc?
I have.
How does it compare to that one?
The commies are asking that same question, whether you like Juve or Manchester City.
I feel like Juve was more of an advertisement for Juve in terms of what it was about, was more about the club and its culture and what it stands for and all those philosophical type things that make Juve great. And Man City, it had a little bit more personality to it, less rehearsed. It was more of just camera on the wall rawness, but it was clipped in a way that was very much, you could feel this is about preseason ends here. Let's talk about the trophyless season the year before, and now it's one of those things where I think if they didn't win any trophies this year, that would have never came out. It would never be called all or nothing, and it'd be a nothing season in Manchester City. It at a certain point they rode that sort of thing, sort of like what you felt with Leicester City, whereas like they got to a certain point, they're like, we know this is going to be a championship season on some level. There's going to be trophies. So let's get down and gritty for the rest of this to ride this out, because we know it's going in a certain direction. Where I don't think this thing probably would have ever gone out if it didn't lead to a trophy. I don't see how it was very positive and happy most of the way, even though there were some failures, because it was leading towards something greater and you could feel it the whole time. Cool. But I liked it better than the Juve doc. Juve doc felt a little bit more
it's
made
very
by Juve.
much I'm a Juve fan, but it was like a very corporate product. Like, hey, this is the club. We're selling it to you.
What was better, that
Like
or
our
The
club.
School of Rock starring Jack Black?
School of Rock is a very good movie.
School of Rock for sure.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
glad we got that out of the way.
That's a great question, actually. That's a great question. So yeah, let's move on to UEFA Player of the Year.
We're only on the second thing.
Is this, no, this is C, third thing.
Oh, yeah.
The award was created in 2011. The criteria is, according to FIFA, the award recognizes the best player irrespective of his nationality playing for a football club within the territory of a UEFA member association. Okay, let's move on. The nominees are Ronaldo, Luka Modric and Mohamed Salah.
Mo Salah, Mo Salah, Mo Salah.
Okay.
I just like saying that.
I want
It's not my
us
pick, I
to
just
talk
like
about
saying
a case for Ronaldo. Hold on.
Dude, we got a video.
Hold on. Yes, I'm being told we actually have a video selling Ronaldo on this. The case for Ronaldo, we have a video for it. Let's roll it.
Oh, wow. Let's
from
get to that
Ronaldo.
clip. What? Ronaldo's on that?
From Ronaldo?
In my very current Juventus shirt, because it's the team I currently play for. I should be the UEFA Player of the Year without a doubt. I had 44 goals in 44 games with Real Madrid, and I won my third straight Champions League. Plus, I won the Club World Cup and had a great World Cup. I had 4 goals. One of them was a hat trick. Even though we lost in the round of 16 Uruguay, I still think it was a great World Cup for me, and clearly I'm the best around. I kind of feel it. I feel like
He's a good-looking guy.
He's a good sell. Good.
he looks different, but good.
Give me a C.
A what?
Come on. You just
You
went
know, it's
Ronaldo.
out. It's like in the basketball.
I didn't know he made a noise when he does
Give me
that.
an A. Give me a B. Give me a C.
Wait, did you really not know he makes a noise when he?
No.
That's like the
I
funniest
thought he
part
took.
of the
I
whole
thought he
thing.
took that. I thought he took that from Emmanuel Ledesma.
No, he like jumps and goes. "Sue."
Wow.
It's absurd to me.
We'll do
but
one
it's
outside sometime.
Yeah, channel that. Channel that.
That
I'm
seemed
getting
real. to
wind
me.
that we also have one selling the case for Luka Modric. Is that true?
Oh my God.
Do we also have a video Luka Modric was able to get
I
us
think
one
so.
before
The
show?
commies aren't happy, so we got to get through these.
All right, let's do it.
It's Luka Modric. On the contrary, I should be the UEFA Player of the Year. I think that's obvious. I had 43 appearances with Real Madrid, 2 goals, 8 assists. Maybe not the tallies that win you these awards, but it's very clear that while Ronaldo was scoring, I was the man that made this team work. I also won the Champions League for the 3rd year straight. Also won the Club World Cup, and on top of that, I had the tournament of my life in the FIFA World Cup in Russia. I won the Golden Ball and led my team to a final where we lost, but it is fine. Give me that award. Thank you.
So I didn't know what that stuff was because I didn't get a chance to see any of it beforehand. I'm super proud that we had a chance to talk or get like real footage from Ronaldo and Modric. But also, that's terrifying.
Terrifying.
That one is particularly.
Yeah, that one makes me.
I am gonna have.
Wait till you see the Salah one though.
Oh
That is-
God,
wait,
I'm gonna have
wait.
so many nightmares.
I'm glad we only have the 2 of them.
No, the Salah.
No, we have a Salah
the
one?
Salah one. Okay, let's get this over with. I'm losing a lot of respect from the commies.
All right.
But obviously we got to get through this.
Let's roll the Salah one.
This one just looks like my hair, and obviously I think it is I who should be the UEFA Player of the Year. I had 44 goals with Liverpool and 16 assists. 32 of those goals were in the Premier League, so that was enough for Golden Boot. Got to the Champions League final, might have lost, but it's all good. And on top of that, I had 2 goals in the World Cup. Like, what more could you ask for? I guess there's more, but it should be me. Is it me?
Wow. We're still waiting for. Oh my God! Oh wow! Jeez, it looks like a mix of your brother looks very tired.
The commies
and
are
it looks
threatening
like
me.
he's friends with Diego Costa.
Respect
Is this
equals.
just Aleko Iskandari?
That is so weird. We should
One
ban
commie
that.
said respect equals gone.
Can we?
I'm here to.
Can we never
Listen.
do that again?
This was Stat Jack's idea.
Yeah. It was a great idea. I mean, we can never do it again. But it's
And
a great
Stat Jack
idea.
is telling me this is Visor Flores' idea.
Wow.
But listen.
Okay, fair enough.
Someone said I'm actually crying, which I pray is from laughter, but I think it might be from fear and horror.
Horror, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not tears of joy at the moment. But let's talk about who got. Wait, do you make them for Griezmann, Messi, Mbappe,
No.
KDB, Varane?
No. Thank you.
All right, but those
I really
guys
wanna
did
see
get
the
snubbed.
Mbappe one.
Griezmann got snubbed. Messi got snubbed. He won that in 2011 and 2014-15. Remember, this is regardless of nationality. Kylian Mbappe, Kevin De Bruyne, he's got screwed. Varane, come on. I mean, he's great, but like, you know, it's a
They don't
fun
give those
context.
awards to defenders anymore.
Everybody
They don't-
knows that.
don't do it.
Thorgan Hazard's brother, Eden.
The lesser Hazard.
Yeah, the lesser of the Hazards, yeah. The one that's more award-oriented, but the lesser of the two. Sergio Ramos, because he's on every list always. Any other snubs that aren't in that top 10?
No, I don't think
Pretty
so.
much nailed it.
I think that's everybody.
feel like UEFA really got those finalists right.
Who would you pick out of Trace?
For number 3, out of those?
No, for like who would you pick as your winner?
Oh, out of those.
Out of those 3.
Yeah. That's a good question. I feel like Mo Salah to me. I don't know, dude, because the World Cup case or wait, isn't it not World Cup? It's club, right? Club only. Are we judging it club only? It's World Cup also. Oh man.
I'm pretty.
It's in the criteria.
It's in the criteria.
I feel like I know I couldn't get through all that though. I was trying to read
Performance in all competitions, domestic and international, and at club and national team levels throughout this. That was the part where you started to fall asleep, and you were like, "They're gonna fall asleep too," so you stopped. I understand it.
Well, he threw up a quotation mark. I didn't know what to do when he got the players. Quotation
you
marks.
did the right thing by stopping reading that super long explanation.
I looked below to see who it was quoting, and there was no quote
you did
of
good.
anybody.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It is rivalry week.
Wait, who are your picks?
Oh, of what?
Top 3? You
Player
want
of
to
the
give me
year.
mine? I'm going with Luka Modric. I think he was fantastic all year. Won Champions League, almost won the World Cup, and I think also like center mids also don't. I think they get underrated a lot of times because they don't score a lot of goals. And Modric also doesn't rack up a ton of assists. He's like the hockey assist dude, like the Iniesta type player where the player he plays gets the assist, but he runs things. So I'm going with Modric.
Okay, that's a fair argument. I like Modric. I think he's an unsung hero that plays for a very, very good team of stars at the club level and showed that he could be the star at the international level. So fair enough. But I'm going with Mohamed Salah. He made me love football again throughout lulls in the season where I'm just like, this again. He made it fun. And he was my Leicester City story for all last season where it was just like, everybody deep down was like, it's Mo Salah. Like we've seen him enough years to know that like this is gonna end. Like he's gonna stop scoring. He's gonna stop performing, and he just didn't. And now he's just sick. That's the kind of thing that I cannot understand or wrap my head around because you wonder like where were you the 5 years before that? Like how did you get to being
That much of a
legitimately
jump? Yeah.
like okay, you're a good player. Plays at an A level, but like now you're a world-class player.
Yeah, that jump is always really interesting to me. I think about that a lot, and especially when it comes to like strikers, because confidence is such a big thing. And one example I think about a lot with that is like David Trezeguet. He was always incredible, but then like the Euros and the World Cup, like when he scored that volley in the Euros, like no one really knew who David Trezeguet was.
He's also Argentinian, so he should have been playing for Argentina.
True, but like it's all about confidence. Like if you're not scoring at a certain period in your career, it can literally change everything. But yeah, Modric for me, Salah for you. Salah's one of those dudes that like it wouldn't matter what team he's playing for. I would still like want him to do well. I very much dislike Liverpool, but every time he does well, it makes me happy.
Even Spurs.
This little fella right here, N'Golo Kante, plays for Chelsea, but I still like to see him do. I added a sticker, bro. It's tight.
That is tight.
Yeah. We got a couple more in the office.
What?
If you want.
What do the commies think of the top 3? Who are their top 3? Who wins it for the commies?
Let's see.
I just feel like while we're talking, that's what you should be doing. It's sort of what the point of that
I'm
is.
in there. We got Ronaldo to win, Modric or Salah. Someone said number 3, De Bruyne, number 2, Cruz, and number 1, Ronaldo.
I played with Cruz's brother, fun fact.
Modric.
Felix?
No Modric. Neymar, snubbed. Fellaini got super snubbed.
That's funny. See, now we're getting to the good stuff.
That's
we're getting to the hardy
what we
content.
want. That's what I'm
we
talking
like.
about. We talking about MLS now?
Fair enough. Let's move on to the MLS. It's rivalry week.
Say that 3 times fast.
Where are you guys watching from? Like city, state, country, and what MLS team do you support? You don't have to be a giant fan of the league, or you can be a giant fan of the league, but you should be supporting somebody, especially when it comes to these rivalry weeks. We are
Mowage.
Who are you supporting?
Vice Flores is trying to get your attention.
Me?
What are people saying?
About MLS? Nothing. Yeah. They're coming. They're still talking about the player of the year. Kane, Varane, Modric. But we're gonna guys. Who do you want? What are you thinking about rivalry week? And what? What are you looking at me like? Go make a new record.
I feel like he's sending you something and you're not receiving it.
You know, you want me in the comments and you want me in Slack.
Like I'm sitting right here. I can see you guys trying to communicate. Just say it out
loud. I can't find what.
No. I'm in the comments, and there's people talking about the rivalries.
I can't. Was that in Save Live or Live? I mean.
If you can say MLS rivalry week 5 times fast without stuttering in any way, I will send you a T-shirt.
Where'd you send it to
budget.
me? I'm totally
Pat,
lost.
you're the worst.
Vibes for Flores.
You ruined this show.
He lost
from start
me.
to finish.
I don't know what you want.
Vibes for Flores.
But we
What
got
are you guys
comments
going on?
now.
All right, so tonight, NYCFC against New York Red Bulls, 7 p.m. We're actually going to pop off this show right before that kickoff.
Yeah.
And we're all going to watch it.
No, the
start
show
to
will end at
finish.
halftime probably.
Yeah.
Rivalry week. Who do you got, bro? Who do you got tonight?
I've got Red Bulls tonight. They've been. Both these teams are going for Supporter Shield.
Mm-hmm.
They're both fighting for Supporter Shield. But I like where the Red Bulls are at right now. They snuck out last weekend with some points when they shouldn't have. But set pieces, they're good. I like Tim Parker and Aaron Long in the back. NYCFC is good at home though, but I don't see the same NYCFC team, with Toronto.
They also have like.
He's the assistant. He's in the All or Nothing season.
I don't know how you say it. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
The manager?
I believe so.
Dome or whatever.
It is Dome, right? Isn't that the coach of NYCFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. He's in it. Like he's one of Pep's most trusted. He makes a comment there where he says, as assistant coach, I believe that the manager is the head, and I should always be four steps behind them. Basically, like in a support role, and that if they ask me my opinion, I give it honestly, but otherwise I don't talk, which is kind of a really cool thing.
It's interesting. It's cool. Like you talked about how big Pep's staff is, and like when you think about that, all of those people in his staff are probably gonna be like high-level managers at some point. Like Mikel Arteta, like I don't know if it was last weekend or the weekend before that, where there was a clip of Mikel Arteta, I think another assistant manager and Guardiola on the bench, and like there's a clip like 2 minutes before when like Arteta's like telling Guardiola something, and then they make the adjustment and then score a goal, and like Pep goes over and like grabs Arteta. He's like, that was incredible. It's cool to see all those guys under him like learning from him, and then you're like in 10 years we're gonna see a bunch of coaches who learned under Pep Guardiola just spread out.
That's sick. Yeah, I'm not sure what that has to do with NYCFC New York Red Bulls, but
New York City FC coach.
I'm just kidding.
A lot of people.
Once a week.
We got a lot of MLS fans in the comments.
All right, what are they saying?
Mostly just saying where they're from and who they support. We got a lot of LAFC, a lot of LA Galaxy,
Tight.
Portland Timbers. Nothing.
Like Timbers.
Maybe there's like 1 or 2 NYCFCs in there, but like I feel like that's.
I've
not
been a
real.
gypsy so long in my life that I sort of feel like I'm part of a lot of different communities. So LAFC, because there's a few fan bases there from Chivas. I grew up in Portland, went to school in Portland as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Played for the New York Red Bulls.
Portland is the MLS team I wish the most success this year. Them in Montreal, mostly because Gio Savarese and Andres Flores in Portland.
I love Gio Savarese.
He should be the. I mean, we're gonna talk about Rivalry Week, but he should be the U.S. national team manager for the next World Cup.
I agree with that.
He would.
2026. Once we start actually getting all the quality Latinos from all around the country, he's gonna be the guy that brings all that.
Tyler said, Pat, how do you think Gio's doing in the Timbers? I think he's doing great. I mean, they had like a 15-game unbeaten streak.
Oh, that's crazy because they just lost 3 in a row.
Okay, but still, he's still doing better than Portland's still in a playoff picture.
You sound like you're running out of things to say right now. Because you're not paying attention.
He's got a lot of mouths towards you. You shouldn't have beat him in football.
I'm running to.
You shouldn't have beat that man.
Why are you looking over there, huh?
He's still in the playoff.
Why are you looking over there, homie?
He's still in the playoff picture. He's still a manager that everyone said like wouldn't cut it in MLS because he had like all the money to work with Cosmos. So they kind of they discredited him. I think he's doing fine. 3 games in a row means nothing. The regular season you got to finish with like a 40% record, get in the playoffs.
6 games.
Yeah, he lost his first 3 games. Yeah.
Oh, I think he lost all 6, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were all I think away from home.
But they went 15 games unbeaten.
Yeah.
Which thank God they lost because that was going after the record currently held by my team in Dallas, 19 games unbeaten.
Nice.
No big deal. Maybe it was 17 games.
Dallas are in first place. How are Dallas always so good but yet so like?
Dude, you watch them play and they've got so many sick like runners.
Dude, if they could rebrand or something, not necessarily like the brand, but like just do something different and like move into like, I don't know, the Cowboy Stadium or something and make themselves more relevant in that market. Like Dallas deserves their academy and their team.
Oscar Pereira would be like considered for the national team job. It's a lot of like young, like they built that team with young players. Like
he just got his 100th win and he's a young manager.
Even like in the league, like I feel like Dallas doesn't get, like they're in first place and I feel like I never hear about them.
Who do you guys have for the Texans?
And I follow more MLS than anybody.
Houston.
Dallas.
I got Dallas. Yeah. Houston had their chance this last weekend. I think their playoff hopes are done, so I think Dallas is going to run all over them. I don't even know where is that game. Is that? Oh, it's in Houston. That's a tough one.
Though. That black and the orange is fire.
Yeah. I was riding with Houston for a while, but I don't see them bouncing back. Poor DeMarcus Beasley gave up a penalty last weekend.
They are
He's our boy too.
They are in the Open Cup final though.
Yeah.
So the chance to kind of I mean they're doing fine, but a chance to win something this year.
Atlanta, who you got?
Orlando, Atlanta.
Dude, Orlando is
in
a
shambles
mess.
right now.
Big love.
Is Joseph Martinez the best striker to ever play in MLS? Like, is he the best in MLS striker?
He's got more tools than any strikers I've seen in a long time because he's big, he's strong, he's really fast, and he's a very clinical finisher. Like, he is a guy that he gets into tough angles and he puts them in good spots. Like, you don't get to 27 with like 10 games left to play. Yeah, you're riding that luck and that confidence, but he scores from all over the place, and he's just a super threat. But he also has other skill sets. He can check back, he can hold the ball, he can run channels, he can do all of those types of things. So whether he's not, I mean, he'll never be better than what Thierry Henry was, even when he was in the league. But in terms of productivity, like Thierry Henry, he's at 27, and he's going to break Thierry Henry's goals in a season and a half, and Thierry did 5 seasons, you know?
I like that answer a lot.
Oh, does he have the chance? Oh, he has the chance to break the record against Orlando.
He's on 47 goals in 47 games with them, and Thierry had like 50 something in 5 seasons. Yeah, different part of his career, and he's only 25 years old or something like that. But
I think Joseph Martinez is gonna be the new record transfer out of MLS.
Dude, I don't see, but the thing is why should they sell him? They've got probably 75 million in transfers that they could sell right now if they wanted to. Like 75 million in transfers. They could sell
Canadian Tim.
Brad Gazan, Almiron, Barco, and Martinez, and who's somebody else that they have within their squad. Even those 4 players alone. Almiron was 20 plus that they turned down. They bought Barco for almost 20 or 10
Probably
something.
In a year or two, Carlton will be worth some decent money. Andrew Carlton.
Yeah. And then Martinez, like that's 75 million between them. Like you talk about, shoot, man, that's crazy. Shoot.
What about El Trafico? Who you got?
This one's a hard one, man. LAFC have all the momentum. LA Galaxy are coming off again. I think no wins in their last 4, I guess.
They got smoked last game, right?
5-0, yeah. They got absolutely pummeled by Seattle.
Comical. Like they had like a stumbling own goal.
I said this on MLS's live show last weekend that I truly believe in MLS, if you have one guy in a back line, that is the leader of a back line. And I experienced this on the good end and on the bad end. When I played with Jameson Olave at the Red Bulls, he never listened to a word I said. And the back line was just in shambles all the time because he was a good enough athlete to make up for ground. He was always making like last-ditch efforts to save the game, and that's what fans love is like a slide tackle on the goal line where you're just like, timeout. How about you just get tactically ahead of the game at the half line, and then you don't have to sprint. Then we don't have to really sprint back and make these big plays, and nobody knows what happens, right? But the fans do love a good old-fashioned like track back and tackle.
At Livorno, it was the same situation.
Yeah.
It was never my back line. At other times, it was my back line. When I played at other clubs, it was my back line, and if I moved the line forward, if I dropped it back, if we got scored on, I took it on me saying, I moved the line forward or we were disjointed, that's on me to organize. If you don't have that, which the Galaxy do not have right now, it is really impossible to play against an attack that LAFC is going to have or bring to the table, even though it is at Galaxy, right? Is it at Galaxy?
I was going to say, who's at home?
It's at home for Galaxy. But, I mean, also, but they got pummeled and they didn't have 5 of their best players playing in that game.
Yeah. I think, are they going to be playing? I mean, Zlatan will be playing. I think Galaxy's going to win.
What do you guys think about him not wanting to play on turf?
I mean, it's the same argument we've heard forever, which is just like, I get it over a season because as I got into my 30s playing on turf, I play on turf now, both my knees hurt.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's dangerous or not is one thing. Like, my biggest problem wasn't the safety of it, it was the fact that it would beat the hell out of my body. That like 2-3 days later, I wouldn't feel recovered, and I would just feel like a lot harder on my joints. And apparently there's like newer and better turf that they're coming out with, but I can understand that. Like Thierry Henry never ever played on turf. I think once or twice in his entire career.
Just coming off an ACL.
Yeah, totally. He shouldn't have to play on turf if he doesn't.
And he's had a few major injuries, like Achilles or knee or whatever. Like you have enough of these major things that like your body needs every bit that it can get. But if I'm a club and I'm saying, you know, risking the like risk versus reward, it's like you pay somebody a ton of money, you want to get as much as you can out of them. But does that mean pushing the limits of what might then put them out for a long period of time?
Yeah, I think especially at this point when it's regular season, it's not necessarily the most pivotal of a match. Like I think it's okay.
Yeah.
What about Atlantic Cup, DC, RBNY? That's next week.
Wait. Wow.
Sunday.
Wow, so this is a big
wow,
week for Red Bulls.
yeah.
This is back-to-back.
Back to
Atlantic Cup, does it matter anymore? That's my question. Not in a pessimistic way.
I'll tell you what.
Does it-
Before NYCFC existed and I was at the Red Bulls, it was an unbelievable atmosphere.
Totally.
You remember those? Yeah.
I'm not asking
I remember
because
going
I
down
think it's
2-0,
not.
winning
I'm just saying.
3-2, like those types of things. Like I remember it being the best atmosphere I ever had at Red Bull Arena was against DC. So if you go to like the actual like OGs of those fan bases, it's more important than the Hudson River Derby.
Was the Barclays goal DC?
Yeah. He had two goals that day. He came right back and he scored 2 goals.
One of the best Red Bull players of all time?
Yeah.
Johnny Steele.
Johnny Steele. Still going.
He
Still
plays
going.
for like Miami.
Yeah.
IMFC, NPSL
He
Pro.
won.
again.
He scored the goal in their championship.
He
game.
won the most important trophy that was available to American players this year, or the American domestic leagues, the NPSL trophy. Yeah, he won the Bowery. That's funny. Good joke. 5 to Flores. You're not on camera though. So
So technically, NASL was an international league then because of Puerto Rico.
NASL didn't play this last year.
No, but like technically, it would have been the most important international league.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
But no, I think it's still a big deal for the fans. The players, probably current players, because they're not part of the legacy, don't feel it as much now. They're probably more focused on the NYCFC thing. But I do think that the fans themselves, the traditionalists, see DC United, especially with their new shiny toy of a stadium, as their rival and the one that they're going to hate the most.
El Taco 77 is watching from the NYCFC game right now.
That's sick. I respect
Respect.
that. I respect that. We were watching. I was with Will then, not you guys. We were watching games on our the U.S. game on our phone from a Dodgers stadium once. That was pretty fun. I don't know why I said that, but it was kind of cool to be able to think that this guy's
It's just
watching.
it's incredible to watch.
Imagine showing up.
something and then
Imagine showing
watching.
up to an NYCFC game with like an iPad and a phone and watching like 3 games at once. You know, that's the dream.
I like the people that show up to games with like a controller and get someone behind them to take a picture. Like they're playing.
That is.
What's the last one? We got the Cascadia Cup. Timber
Yeah.
Sounders. Who y'all boys got?
Timbers. Gio. He's a
Timbers.
genius.
Yeah, I mean, I got Seattle. Timbers lost 3 in a row. Again, Seattle have a record-setting 6 wins in a row, which took them from last place to now in the playoffs. I think they just got bumped out of the playoffs by the end of the weekend after all the games were finished. But they're unbeatable right now.
Has someone won the Cascadia Cup?
Here's my theory. I haven't presented it to you guys. I presented this last weekend as well, okay? Now tell me what you guys think on this. A team like the Sounders, all right, so you have the Red Bulls, right, who are all about like the gegenpress, high press all the time. They've kind of chilled it out since Jesse left a little bit, but that is their philosophy, that is their system, right? Win or lose, they're like, this foundation, these fundamentals will eventually right themselves again and will continue to get points. So we do not like...
We don't deviate from that.
Yeah, we don't stray from that. Whereas like you have Seattle, who are just finding ways to get results and then building kind of a system around what's working. So as they continue to win more games, that system becomes a little bit more solidified.
Yeah, the Ancelotti way.
But it makes it really, really hard to coach against because that continuously changes, that continuously evolves. And it's not like the one thing where you're like, this is how you play against the gegenpress. It's like, this is how you play against the team that's in just really, really good form right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
thoughts?
I have a question.
Which one's better? That's my question.
I had a different question.
Okay.
You finish that and then I'll move on. I was reading Kami, so I wasn't listening.
No, that was it. I just wanted to know what you guys preferred. Which do you think is harder to play against? A system like the gegenpress and that's really, really well specialized and you stick to that all the time? Or a team that's constantly evolving in top form?
Definitely the team that's just, you don't know what to plan for because, I mean, you played your whole life, you were pro. You know there's a certain system, you at least, even if it's Pep Guardiola, you at least know how they're probably going to come out and you know kind of what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just, well, I mean, they're just going to come out. Maybe they'll play a 4-4-2. Maybe they'll play a diamond. Maybe they'll play a 3 in the back.
Right.
You literally just have no idea what to expect. The only thing you can do is say, here, this is how we play, and then I guess we'll just deal with whatever the hell they throw at us.
Yeah.
Can Wayne Rooney lead DC United to the playoffs?
They're going to come close, man. They're right on the verge right now. They're in a playoff spot right now, right?
No.
They're 5th and 6th right now, aren't they?
I don't think so. I think they're like.
Let me check. Let me check the standings.
It's New England and DC are just sitting right on the edge.
DC United is in 8th. They had 2 games in hand though. At least.
So it's New England, DC, and somebody. Dude, to be fair,
Montreal.
the West is crazy because nobody's safe on the West.
What?
And the East has like 3 or 4 teams fighting for those spots. It's actually a really
Toronto.
interesting time to be alive.
What a time.
Yeah, it's an interesting time to be alive.
What a time.
La Liga is coming to the United States of America That's pretty crazy. Okay, we're seeing that with NBA. We're seeing that with NFL. With globalization, it is now up to these teams for survival to go and find money in other places because their domestic leagues are tapped. There's these rights deals that are like 10 years out in advance that are helping some and hurting some, and so they have to leave the country. And now they're going to be coming to the U.S. At least, once a year? Is it once?
I think. I've heard the players are going to like...
Yeah, the captains met today.
Apparently the players are striking or threatening to strike. They're protesting against it. They don't want to do it.
They should boycott.
Yeah, well, most leagues are ironclad, so they're going to end up playing this game, and they can complain about it all they want. I could see how Real Madrid would complain about it because of what their travel schedules are like, the Champions League teams. I get all that, but no offense, but nobody wants to see Eibar play against Alaves in the United States.
Wrong again.
But I'm not saying nobody. It would be fun. I would love a game like that. But in terms of growing the league or growing the point of the league or growing revenue, that's not going to be the one, right? You're going to want to have no Clásico that means something. Or say Atletico plays against Barcelona in Miami or something like that, where you can actually build that once a year thing that people come. It actually has stakes because imagine it being in your backyard and the atmosphere and the intensity that you get of a game, but it's an actual league game. That sounds pretty fun.
From an American fan perspective and from a global fan like I am, I love it. But from a purist perspective, and especially if I was a Real Madrid fan, if I was a Barcelona fan, I hate it. Because those matches are so sacred to play in your own ground, to either play in your own ground in front of your own fans, like the fans in your stadium, and then to go to Barcelona, to the new camp and play in front of those hostile fans, as a Real Madrid player. That's very different to, again, globalism is, the game is changing, but it's such a different thing to then take that to Dallas Stadium and play in front of. Yes, there's still true Real Madrid fans.
How about a cup final?
I think it would be for me. It would be better to do a cup final there.
Usually a neutral ground.
Yeah, the Copa del Rey final, something like that would be sick. Or the Super Cup final at the beginning of the season would be
Super Cup's the only one I can
The
think
Super
of.
Cup would probably be the
Super Cup's
best
a
one.
useless game. It means nothing to them. They don't even play their starters for those games.
That's why they should play it.
No, that's why they should be here. The whole idea is if you're trying to build the league and actually give somebody a true, authentic experience, right? Which is the best teams playing on the game where there's stakes involved. It has to be something of value.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, sure, if it's Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid every year, but say you're a little bit smaller team and you make it to a cup final, you're going to want to be there. And you're not going to, if you have to fly to the U.S. for that, it's
That's true. That's a very altruistic view, and that never happens. So, small teams don't ever make cup finals, rarely. But when they do, I'm with you on that.
I'm just saying it would suck in that scenario.
I totally agree.
Say Eibar makes it to a cup final. They just somehow get there, and then it's going to, it should, where do they play
So
this?
all 6,000 of those people that fit in that stadium buy a plane ticket, fly there, and create the best atmosphere of all time.
What's to stop the big clubs from just sending a second team because they don't want their first team players to travel 3,000 miles?
They probably will. But I would still like to see Sevilla play against Valencia. I
would go to see that. Yeah.
I still think that would be a good. The whole point is not even so much the quality, is the fact that you get to go to a place that you're familiar with and see a game of consequence. There's actually stakes. They're going to compete.
Like I said, I agree. I see both. See both sides like Chanel.
If you want a meaningful game, go to MLS playoffs.
Okay.
We have our domestic league. That's their domestic league.
That was a sick argument.
Players shouldn't have to. Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good for unless.
Didn't the discussion? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the whole point is that you're just trying to, obviously it's business decisions, right? They're trying to increase fan bases, which is how you get money, the same way that we're trying to increase our fan bases. So should we shut down this show into only being in the US and deprive the rest of the world of one of the greatest shows ever made on the internet?
True.
Okay. This is one of the greatest shows on the internet.
When La Liga comes and goes, hey, we want you to come do this at the Bernabeu, we're going to go, no, let's meet about
We're
this.
Only US based.
We're only US based.
Pat's going to strike. That's what would happen. Pat would strike, and then we'd have to bring Caitlin back.
Yeah.
Which, honestly.
What's the difference of flying to Miami instead of the Canary Islands?
He's got a point.
Decent point. Best point I've heard.
Solid point.
But still,
Rack 'em.
wrong because it should be about being accessible to the teams that are.
But also, if you were in front of the calendar, I think fans would love to go to Miami for a game.
Could be, man. It could be. I just think that in general.
How many of these fans travel for ICC, and that's just like sort of a friendly exhibition tournament, but it gives them a chance to go to another place and be part of something, enjoy 3-4 days of vacation, and see their team playing a game of consequence? Oh, I'm sorry for trying to give people a good life.
Dash is.
La Liga's got to hire.
Dash
Heath
is in the
as
live
their
show, and Dash
US.
also just sent me a
Dash
photo.
is in the comments.
And he also just sent me a photo of his rat tail in Italy. Right
Wait,
now.
he's got a rat tail.
Shout
now?
out Dash! I know you're watching.
Wait,
I love
Dash
you, man.
has a. Maybe he's probably.
Dude,
sent
look at
a
this.
picture in WhatsApp. Oh,
All right,
he
we're
sent me one too.
Oh, that is sick. That is
It's
sick.
really sick.
We are at Johnny Bravo has a sick rat tail too.
Johnny Bravo is
That's
a
all
really
I'm gonna
sick
say,
player.
too.
Johnny Bravo, shout out.
Very Argentinian
Very
Espanol,
cool guy.
huh? Like
Very
very
cool guy.
Catalan.
He'll be
is
here
what that
tomorrow
would be.
if anyone wants to hang out with Johnny Bravo.
MPSL Pro. Let's talk about it. What's happening in the lower divisions of American soccer, Pat?
Whew. Tell us.
Where do we start?
With
Where
the
do we
lower
start?
Well,
divisions
let's
of
start
US
with
soccer.
the Austin Columbus situation then.
The Austin situation?
Yeah.
Okay, the Austin situation, from what I understand, there is a USL team set to start in 2019, which is the second division. They're called Austin Bold FC.
BOLD.
BOLD.
Okay.
Their colors are like a nice turquoise
Are they
and
bold?
black.
Very bold.
Are they bold?
Bold. And which could be complicated. There's a lot of complicated things in lower division soccer. That's the only way to describe it. But which could be complicated by the potential of the Columbus Crew moving there. That's one crazy thing in lower division soccer. You also have the introduction. Next year will be the first time in 2 years that there will be a Division 3 in the United States. USL D3 is starting. Potentially NISA as well.
Yeah.
And then there is NPSL Pro, which is set to be one of the best leagues in human history.
Human history.
And a lot of people are saying that.
What about the leagues not in? What about the rat leagues?
Well,
Will NPSL Pro be any better?
Than the rat leagues?
Just any league other than like non-human leagues.
Well,
is
there's
it the best league overall or just the best
There's
human league?
there's a lot of good non-human leagues.
Because the Bowery League's already the unofficial best second division in America.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, but the NPSL Pro is trying to be the best unsanctioned
Unofficial.
fourth, but also first division.
I like
Crazy.
the idea of you being able to trademark unsanctioned in your tagline.
Unsanctioned. I live an unsanctioned lifestyle.
It would be great if you were just like, fine, we'll call it Division 11, and it doesn't mean anything, but you are unsanctioned, therefore you can have whatever structure you
At the
want.
end of the day, the divisional sanctions mean absolutely nothing. There's professional league standards set by U.S. Soccer, which are arbitrary and also changed at will, that mean nothing because there's no promotion and relegation, which is another issue. But until there is, what does a division status mean at all besides like what your kind of financial bracket is?
Well,
Which
it's
is
a
also
selling proposition.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, how it's why there's been so many issues and why NPSL Pro is kind of having to start because they have a bunch of teams that don't want to be, for example, like Detroit City FC, great club, gets more fans than a lot, like most teams in the second division, but couldn't theoretically move to USL, even D3, I think, because they don't meet the USSF mandated professional league standards, which is like stadium size, net worth of owners, stuff like that. It's a bunch of, again, arbitrary stuff that...
Net worth of owners is not an arbitrary fact. If
Yeah,
you
but
can't afford to pay your players, that is a large concern.
Yeah, you're right. But there's other things like stadium size, stuff like that. And so.
But don't you think stadium sizes support your ability to pay your players? If your stadium size can't scale to a rate that you can be sustainable, isn't it a bad business model?
I think it's fair if like you're dealing with like one set of bleachers. But if you have like a 5,000 seat stadium or like a 3,000 seat stadium and like you're not fit for D2 because of that or something like that, you'd have to look at they're on the US Soccer website.
Yeah.
The point is, I mean, it's not like they're like outrageous. There's just like some things that are holding some clubs back.
Right.
So the point of NPSL Pro is basically it's all the NPSL teams that are ready to move up from just like an amateur summer season and want to be professional but don't quite agree with or don't have the relationship with the USL. But since they want to be pro and they're not going to get sanctioned by USSF, they're like kind of looking to go through this USASA loophole where they like get sanctioned as a professional league in the amateur association. It's really complicated.
Could you not be a Premier League?
It's the National Premier Soccer League Professional.
But like versus D1, which is like the Premier League versus League One Championship?
Like, are you talking about
those
their
are
name?
arbitrary terms in England.
Yeah, but like, I mean, the names are arbitrary. The names don't really mean anything, but you know that the Premier League's the first division and the Championship's the second division, and there's movement between them.
Yeah.
So the names, I guess, don't really matter, but what are the commies saying? NPSL Pro to overtake Premier League, La Liga, League One, Bundesliga, and Serie A combined viewership. These guys are on my wavelength.
They get it.
I feel you. Dash is singing "You're Beautiful" by that guy.
Christina Aguilera.
James Blunt.
James Blunt, right? So what does he think he's singing? I think he thinks he's singing. I don't know. Actually, Dash, sing whatever you want, man. Your dog's name is John, and he's a beautiful boy. Cosmos Forever, says Dash. Chelsea Forever, right back at you. Biggest club. Only club in London to win a European Cup.
All right, check this out, Pat. We are going to have Aaron do his Black Power rankings, and then we're going to do some rapid fire, and then we're going to wrap this up because what once was a 45-minute show is now 90 minutes going on 2 hours, which I love. I'll do this all day long.
All day.
But
Let's just start it when we come in the morning and just hang out on camera.
Vice for Flores has a gig tonight. Where are you spinning?
You guys spinning Alpine?
He's fine.
Yeah. You're such a raver.
Oh, I love that.
Your biggest inspiration is Benny Benassi.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I went to go see him with
Push me.
If you're
and
not
then
wearing...
just touch me so I can get my satisfaction. Satisfaction.
This is fun.
Oh, Pat feels isolated because it's not emo.
I said it was fun, but I do feel isolated.
All right,
said it in
let's
the
get
like,
out,
oh,
let's
it's
get out
fun,
the
yeah,
Dashboard Confessional remix made by Benny Benassi, okay?
All right, let's do it. Let's get into these Black Power rankings. I don't know that song. I would have started singing it.
Oh, that's a band.
Yeah. Well, sure.
All right, let's get the BPR going.
Let's get the BPR. Number 5, Vincent Company. Shout out to the homie. Like, I feel like I've developed an affinity for City because we've been like hanging out with those guys a lot. And 10 years at City for Vincent Company, three Premier League titles.
He's one of the few that gets to say like, I was there before it was cool.
Dude, you know? Yeah, like he
actually says it in the film.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like, when you go in the gym, there used to be only one glove to box with. Now we have lots of actual glove sets.
That's so
which
good.
Which is really funny. Which is like,
in every single way, words can't bring 10 years of City for
Oh, no, that is Christina Aguilera.
All right,
next one.
Number 4, Sadio Mane. He's got 3 goals in 2 games. Also in a Copa 90 interview. You know how he's known for like copying his teammates' celebrations? He came out he was at the UK and said that they're copying his celebrations. He does them in training, and then people do the celebrations. So he's like, hey, that's my celebration, so I'm going to join you. Which I love. I love that.
Which is funny, which we don't know if it's
we
true
have
or
no
not.
idea. That's the best part about it. He could be lying. We have no idea.
But as you said, Sadio Mane, the UK did a Mane and Chill. It's up on their YouTube channel, so make sure you guys go and check it out. Copa 90.
Yes, sir.
Nice
in at number 3, Naby Keita, same team. In the midfield, another really good game for Naby Keita. One particular moment when he like turned the defender and played that long ball to Mane, I was just like, oh God. Oh, I don't like how much I like this. I hate it. Oh, it hurts. It hurt me.
Commies love Naby.
Yeah.
The fact that I just wish that I had enough skill sets of Photoshop for when that happens, I can dig a hole in the ground on that video and let him fall, like the defender fall through
It's just
it.
like disappear.
I just don't
forever.
have those. I don't have that skill set, nor do I have the energy to learn that skill set.
Yeah.
So it's more of just a thing that lives in my head.
It's like one of those things where you just gotta like text somebody who's good at that stuff. Hey, bro, what are you doing right now?
I need more tech savvy friends.
Yeah. Number 2, Thierry Henry. Rumors that he's gonna take his first ever managerial job at Bordeaux, which like Thierry's one of my favorite ever players of all time, like probably top 3. You got to play with him, so I'm touching a person who has played with Thierry Henry. Tight, but it's
great wine region too.
Really good wine region, yeah. No, I'm excited to see him as a manager. Bordeaux is probably a really good place for him to start. It's not super high expectations, like decent resources in his native country. So that'll be tight. And then number 1, N'Golo Kante, pa la 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 la. He's in this because after Chelsea beat Arsenal, he ran into an Arsenal fan and took a picture with him and then apologized for beating Arsenal. Like, he is literally the nicest dude on the planet. Like, I just love Conte, so that's why he's number 1 on the power rankings.
That's a good list, man. I'm so happy club football's back.
I got a new one. Yeah, it was rough going for a little while, just trying to pull him out of nowhere, but we're back.
Yeah.
Club footy's back.
Fair enough. Pat, what are the commies saying? Let's do some rapid fire and then wrap this thing up.
Rapid fire. Let's see. Dash is still in there.
Okay.
Okay, rapid fire. Bring it to us. Hey, Pat, come to Ireland. I went to Ireland once. It was only 30 hours. It was rough.
I went to Ireland once. Tried to do a pub crawl, made it 2 bars because everybody was buying us drinks the whole time. And then we ended up,
into a pub stay.
Yeah, we wanted to go around the whole block, and then people were like, "Oh, Americans, buy them a shot or a drink." And we made it 2 bars down, and we just went back to the hotel, which was basically across the street.
Someone was asking if you can do the new version of the Dele Alli challenge.
Apparently, we're not allowed to.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do it.
Oh, is it bad?
Apparently, it's a gang sign in Ecuador, so we're not allowed to do it.
That's on. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, other rapid fire questions. Let's see what we got. Conte GOAT. Nice.
Question?
N'Golo Kante's the only player all rival fans like. These aren't questions, but that's a good comment. What sport do you follow most outside of soccer?
Basketball.
Curling.
NBA basketball.
NBA basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
What else we got? Which MLS team?
Yeah, I'm not in the NFL anymore, though. The whole racism thing.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Yeah. Predictions for Rapids versus Salt Lake. Did we talk about that? I do feel you. I didn't mean to say
Rapids Salt Lake. Is that a rivalry?
It's
do they put that in rivalry?
That's the Rocky Mountain Cup.
Rocky Mountain something, right?
Yeah. Did we miss that one?
We didn't put it in there.
It's the
what do you got,
It's the 420 Cup.
That's funny because of the smoking. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah.
Heath Goldberg, miss you. We got your fans.
I'm gonna come back one day. You guys just wait for me.
Let's see. Liverpool for league, like to win it? Yes. I said yes. I picked them to win.
I think it's still gonna be City.
Liverpool for to make Ricky Bobby.
Champions League dark horse.
Dark horse. Atletico Madrid.
Oh man, I don't really like dark horses. Liverpool.
I don't know.
Is that dark horse?
They were in a final last year.
Yeah, but it's still Liverpool. Like most
that
Liverpool fans think they won't get back to a final in their lifetime. So is it not dark horse? Is that true? Dark horse then, right?
More rapid fire questions.
Right. And Matt Flores knows at least 4 other Liverpool fans.
I don't even. Napoli. Could be.
Don't think they're in the Champions League.
Yeah, they are.
On the last day.
Aren't
Did they make it on the last day? And
no,
then
they were second.
Did they finish second?
Lazio.
Oh, Lazio.
Inter just made it.
Dude, no one watches more soccer than this guy right here. Thoughts on AC Milan signings?
Gonzalo Higuain is a really, really good signing for them. Mattia Caldara swapping for Bonucci is a really, really good signing for them. Now they've got probably at least 2 best young center backs side by side playing every day with each other. They signed, who else did they sign? Bakayoko in midfield. Laxalt, they needed a fullback.
I like Laxalt.
I thought Milan did really, really well in the transfer window this summer.
Laxalt is tight. He reminds me of Sean, who's the rapper? Sean Paul.
Sean King.
Yeah. He's got the
I wish he had a no regrets tattoo. To be honest.
You know he's sipping mate now.
But Kaká made that comment the other day, or today even, that was about just like he's going to come back soon and trust in the process and going to see where he sort of fits into the whole thing.
Very dope. In 2016, I interviewed Kaká at MLS All-Star, and I asked him if like he wanted to go back to Milan ever, and he was like, I do, but not really under like the current management. It's very like, it's kind of up and down, but now like clearly they're going back to more stability. They got Leonardo, bringing Maldini back. They were for a really long time like avoiding all their old stars, I think, because they were still poorly run. But now Kaká might be back in Milan, which is dope. Shout out FIFA Frank also. Always.
He's the best.
I am a little sad for
fit
Frank.
within the realms of rapid fire. Milan. Like that one went a little bit long.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Shout out Frank though.
I do want to shout out FIFA Frank though.
Yeah,
we'll do
shout out to FIFA Frank.
Let's see. We'll do real rapid fire now. Atletico Madrid win La Liga?
Atleti? Will they?
No.
Dash wants a shout out from Heath because he thinks you're done with him.
Sort of. He just sent me a message. I gotta see it. I'm
is he WhatsApping you,
it's 100% inappropriate. So
Who's next? Who's next? U.S. men's national team coach.
Oscar Pereira.
Wasn't David Moyes?
No, if it's David Moyes, I'm fighting literally everyone.
I don't know who's gonna next one. Osorio.
I thought he wasn't. He wasn't in the conversation. I thought he wasn't interviewing now. Not rapid fire. That's fine. Will Barca win La Liga and why? Do they need Pogba?
They don't need him. They're better than the other teams in La Liga. That's why they'll win.
They need Griezmann.
Everton,
I think they'll win La Liga.
Everton top 6.
7th.
La Liga games in the U.S. Scroll back a little bit. You'll see us talking about that. We talked about it at length.
True.
How far can Roma go in the Champions League?
First knockout round.
Far enough.
To party?
Far enough to party.
Zlatan's in the comments. MLS Cup predictions?
Don't have one right now.
Timbers.
Atlanta United. No, they're gonna lose in the final because they're an Atlanta team. I'm sorry, Atlanta people.
Ooh.
It's they just haven't hurt you yet, but I know you know it.
Would you change your Premier League prediction if you could right now, or do you stand by everything you said?
Predicted City, so no.
2 games into the season. I'm gonna take that back. I just watched their championship doc. I just actually saw that they don't have just talent, but they are actually well managed and well prepared. Let me
switch that up real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Aston Villa.
Thoughts on Livorno, Marseille, Celtic, St. Pauli, AEK Athens, Rayo Vallecano, New York Cosmos Super League? It's coming.
Yeah. 2043.
That makes me sick. All right, 2 more.
2 more. Do you think Unai Emery will turn around Arsenal to a Champions League contender?
No.
Not this year. No.
Maybe in time.
Yeah.
I don't think they mean this year.
Ever?
Yeah, just in general.
Yes.
Do you think he'll be given the time? Okay, and then
Not him.
Please.
let's see. Last one.
Is he drowning?
Help.
Dash
Please, my
says
crops are
Lena. Okay, was Vidal a smart signing, and was he signed to replace Paulinho last time?
Yes and yes. You want me to, this is rapid fire, so I couldn't elaborate, but yes and yes.
Yes. What was Paulinho doing?
His league around the best league. Yes.
Shuttler.
Okay, one more. Last one. Let's go.
I thought that was the last one.
Okay, no more. All right, guys. That is all we have time for. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've almost hit 2 hours. We're going to turn this thing into a 3-hour video podcast soon.
Good thing I don't have a family
Would you
to go
guys listen to that? Would you subscribe to that? Would you comment on that? Move us up the rankings. We're almost in the top 10 of the world's best podcasts someday.
I'm doing it.
He's throwing up the sign right now.
I'm doing it. It's not on camera, so you guys can't yell at me.
But guys, again, every single week, 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, we go live. We join you guys. The commies mean everything to us, so we appreciate you guys tuning in. Keep those comments coming. If you didn't get a chance to watch the whole show, go back and watch it again. Get that watch time up. We want everybody to see this and join the cult. Join the commies.
Get your
to see what
grandma
this is
to
all
put
about.
her phone on. She doesn't even have to watch. Just tell her to whip the phone out and just play the video.
And of
for
course,
an hour and a half.
thanks to Canadian Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to Stat Jack, who's been made silent, who's been put on the mute button for this last week. We'll see next week if we can get him back into the action. No. And of course, DJ Matt Flores, who was on the 1s and 2s for us this entire day today. But thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys very, very soon.
Check Flores' Instagram for his tour dates.
Later, guys. One love.